Ryan's back for another week here. Ryan going for 3 in a row this morning. How was that weekend, buddy?
It was awesome.
Good times?
Morning.
Relaxing?
Yeah.
Fun? Crazy?
Played some golf, watched the Masters.
Oh, isn't it funny? By the way, the Masters makes everybody just want to get out and golf. Like every golf course I drove by was packed with people that were out there doing their thing. We have your challenger this morning. Her name is Miriam. She is a teacher at Lance Cruz Middle School. Miriam, what do the kids know you as? I know they don't call you Miriam, do they?
Oh, absolutely not. I am Mrs. Palmer.
Hello, Mrs. Palmer.
Good
How you
morning,
doing?
Miss Palmer.
Yes.
Good morning.
I wanted to say, Madam Librarian, please tell me you're a librarian.
No, not quite a librarian.
No.
So a literacy specialist. I work with reading and writing and supporting that in the classroom.
You were the person I had to go see in the middle of class, and I was so embarrassed to
Yes.
have to, but you helped me read.
And mine had no
Yes,
windows.
that would
Did your
be-
room have windows? My room had no windows.
I have windows.
They give you windows at Lance Cruz. They know how to treat you. That's good people
Right.
there. Good people over there. All right. Well,
Yes.
let's get this contest going. Ryan, we're going to start with Miriam first. I'm going to lock you up in a soundproof area. Say hello to Lydia for us, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go. 5 pop culture trivia questions. Whoever gets the most right wins. Tie always goes to the champion. Miss Palmer, question number 1. Rory McIlroy won the Masters yesterday during a sudden death playoff. It's the first Masters win of his career. What do the winners of the Masters famously receive? And I'll give you a hint. It's an article of clothing.
A green jacket.
Question number 2. Gail King is one of the female astronauts that will go up in space on the Blue Origin flight later this morning, around 9 o'clock this morning. Who is Gail's very famous best girlfriend?
Oh,
Come
Oprah.
on. Okay, question number 3. The first weekend of Coachella's music festival went down this weekend. What state does Coachella take place in?
California.
Question number 4, and I'm going to make it a multiple choice. Post Malone says that he's working on another country album. Which of these songs is not sung by Post Malone? A, Circles, B, Whiskey Glasses, or C, Better Now?
Whiskey glasses.
And question number 5, Britney Spears brought along a creepy baby doll on her vacation in Mexico. How many times has Britney been married?
Oh, 1, 2, 3. I think 3. 2 or 3, but I'm going to go with 3.
3 times. All right, let's bring the champ back from a soundproof area.
Mrs. Palmer. I should put a sparkly gold star on your test because you got 5 out of 5.
Wow. 5 out of 5,
Scratch
Ryan.
and sniff stickers with a fuzz.
Do they do
I
that?
studied, Shannon. I studied.
I can tell.
They don't still do stickers and stuff like that, do they, in middle school?
Heck yeah, we do.
Do you really?
Absolutely.
All right, I love
Yeah.
again. Lance Cruz, you guys do know what you're
Yeah.
doing over there. All right, here we go. Ryan, you got to be perfect today, and I think you can do it.
Oh,
Let's
boy.
see. All right, fingers crossed on this one here. Rory McIlroy won the Masters yesterday during a sudden death playoff. It's his first Masters win of his career. What do the winners of the Masters famously receive? Hint, it's an article of clothing.
The green jacket.
Yes.
1-1.
Yeah. We should actually golf applause. We'll golf. That's actually a little bit more than golf applause. Question number 2. Gail King is one of the female astronauts that will go up in space on the Blue Origin flight later this morning. Who is Gail's very famous best girlfriend?
Oprah Winfrey.
Yes.
2-2.
Question number 3, and you cannot miss this. The first weekend of the Coachella Music Festival went down this weekend. What state does Coachella take place in?
California.
Yes.
3-3.
Question number 4, a multiple choice. Post Malone says that he's working on a new country album. Which of these songs is not sung by Post Malone? A, Circles, B, Whiskey Glasses, or C, Better Now?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to say B.
Yes!
Good guess. 4-4.
Yes. Man, it comes down to this one. Whiskey Glasses, obviously, his buddy Morgan Wallen. Comes down to this one. Last question. You got to get it right. If you don't, Miriam is coming back with us tomorrow, and we're going to get to know some of her class at Lance Cruz Middle School there. Question number 5. This could be the toughest one of them all. Britney Spears brought along a creepy baby doll on her vacation in Mexico. How many times has Britney been married?
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say, see 2 or 3 times. I'm
Hurry
gonna
up.
say
3.
2.
I'm gonna say twice.
Wrong.
No, Ryan.
Wrong.
It's actually 3.
3 times. Miss Palmer's back tomorrow. Yes. The pride of Lance Cruz Middle School. We got more kids reading in Washington Township there, right? Is that where Lance Cruz is? Where's Lance Cruz at?
Actually, no, I live in Washington Township, but my middle school is in Harrison Township.
Harrison
That's where I'm at
Township. That's
now.
right. I knew it was one of the townships. Hello,
Yeah.
Lance Cruz. Are you pulling into school here right now?
I am in the parking lot right now.
They're looking at you like what is she doing? They think that you're having a fight with your spouse. Anytime that
Oh, no, the kids aren't here yet. I'm early.
anytime that you're in the parking lot talking on the phone, they either think you're talking to a mistress or you're talking to your spouse and yelling at them. That's what they think.
Oh, that's the only time that they want to listen.
Isn't it? That's right. Ryan, we got a parting gift for you, buddy. You did great. You were with us for a couple of times here. We're going to set you up with, we had it in studio with us on Friday, a $50 gift card to Dave's Hot Chicken. Congratulations to you.
All right, thanks, you guys.
Special thanks to those guys. Ryan, you seem bummed. Are you bummed?
Oh, of course I am, man. The kids are disappointed in me.
Oh, you know what? Hey, let me talk to them. I'll slap some sense into these kids.
Yeah,
Kids.
no, I'm joking. They're fine.
Your dad had a good golf game yesterday. What'd you shoot, by the way?
It was a scramble. It was like our opening day tournament.
Okay.
So.
All right. I like it, man. Listen, I'm a 23 handicap and adding to that. So hang on one second. We'll get you your prize. We'll see you tomorrow, Miriam. Hold on one
It's
second.
Mojo in the mornings, 5 to 6:55.
WKQI Detroit. WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids. WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations. 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning. Live.
All right. It is Mojo in the morning. Kev is out this week, so it's just us girls hanging out together. What's happening, girls? Actually, Kev's back, I think, midweek, so he'll be back. He just took a long weekend. But good to have Meaghan back in studio with us this morning. So
Jeez.
nice to have you. We had fun in the last couple of weeks. I got to be honest with you. I don't think we took anything seriously. Thank God there was no like crazy serious news or anything like that we had to get worried with. I think there was more farting going on in the studio.
Oh my God.
You missed the
most bubbly,
dang.
juicy farts.
you missed the Kev fart extravaganza that took place here in the studio.
Bummed that I missed it.
And you know what? You're lucky that you
Are you
did
kidding
miss
me?
it.
You're just gonna steamroll that?
No. You,
Oh, I get it. Give me a second. It's Monday, okay?
Bum like a
It's Monday.
bum like a
Come
butthole.
on.
Okay.
Let me get my bad jokes and I'm back, baby.
That's the British humor that you love so much. That's a Ricky Gervais humor right there.
Little Graham Norton for you.
He was in the line of fire of where you're sitting there too, by the way.
Yeah.
So. Oh my God!
Was that one case?
They're bubbly
That
and
was it.
juicy. Nonstop.
But he walked out of the studio. Meaghan, he did that right there out in the hallway.
Outside.
It was out. That's
How
how
did
loud
you
it
hear
got.
that?
Because it was that
It was that
loud.
loud.
Why don't you send him home?
We
At a
should've.
certain point, you just gotta go get out of here.
At one point, honestly, I thought, and Shannon has ruined this because it's true. He doesn't smell. His farts don't smell.
They don't.
Like his spit don't stink. You know what I mean? I don't understand how.
Although he did say he started to eat more protein, so they're slightly
coming back.
smellier than normal.
Yeah.
But
that was
That's nasty.
that was definitely a wild morning. One of the mornings last week. I had kind of an interesting thing happen to me, and I want to actually see if I could make it illegal. Is there any lawmakers that are listening right now? Do we have any politicians that are listening? I will politically back you. I don't care what your political affiliation is. If you make it highly illegal for somebody to do what they did in the Costco parking lot to me. So I went to Costco. I go there and, yeah, I'm one of those guys that's not saving the earth. I drink a lot of bottled water. and I go get my my Ice Mountain waters that I drink here, and you see probably me drink when we're on the lives, and I come out with my cart loaded with stuff. I think I might have had like, I don't know, 10 of these pallets of water, like, you
Holy
know,
crap.
and I'm putting them in the back of my car, my Tahoe, and I put it in there. And I will say this to you. One thing I am good at is returning the carts to the cart corral.
Amen.
Because I don't want anybody taking a video or picture of me and sending it to Dave and Chuck the Freak.
Honestly, that's part of it for me too. I'm so scared somebody's like gonna bust me if I don't do it.
You're going to hell if you don't return your carts. Plain and simple.
That's why I'd like to talk about this, because let me tell you what ended up happening. So I end up taking my stuff, put it in the cart corral, come back to my car, put my back down of my Tahoe, okay? Have it go down. It goes automatically. I get in my car, and the guy that's next to me in the blue Chevy Equinox is coming out with his cart. And he's got a big cart full of everything. And he puts that cart right behind me, and I don't want to pull out, because if I pull out at the moment he's doing this, there is a very good chance that it either will startle him or I potentially could hit him. So I was like thinking to myself, you know, I'll just sit here for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll go on my phone for a couple minutes and let him load up his probably $300 worth of Costco, because you don't go to Costco and don't spend anything less than $100 at least, right?
Bruh.
Is that the minimum 100
Oh,
store?
300 is the minimum.
If I'm under $200, I feel like I forgot half of my list.
And half the stuff that you buy, you never need. Like, you don't need any of that stuff. Like, why do you need a big box of wontons? You know what I mean?
they're
Like,
good.
when are you going to eat that many wontons? So the guy is putting the stuff in the back of, you know, his you know, Equinox. He gets done with it. He puts his thing down and then takes his cart and doesn't bring it back to the cart corral.
Straight to jail.
He puts it behind my Tahoe. I don't think he understood that I was still in the Tahoe. I think he thought I was inside of the store, and instead of putting it between the cars or in front of the cars, which some people do, and it scratches up cars all the time.
And it takes up the parking space. You can't use the parking space then.
The guy puts it behind me. And this is one of those times where I wish that our cars had, like, the police department's little microphone thing where you go, "Hey, what are you doing?" You know, one of those like speaker systems. Because if I had a speaker system or a bullhorn, I would call the cart police. I would do the whole, "Hey, what are you doing, you lazy ass? Why are you not doing this thing?" The guy gets into his car. He gets in, starts his car, and then looks right at me as I'm standing there with my arms up in the air like,
That's what
what the hell are you doing? And he turns quickly away, backs out, and leaves. I have to get out of my car to go get the cart.
Who's the guy with the magnet that he throws onto people's cars?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Who's that? Wait, what's that story?
There's a guy who films himself in parking
The
lots.
cart narcs.
The cart
Oh, my
narcs.
God,
Yeah.
that's
Zach
hysterical.
just said that in my ear.
Yeah, we
Is
need
on,
that.
Wait, is that on like TikTok?
Yeah, that was on YouTube for a long time. I feel like he's a radio guy too.
Is he?
I don't understand the like people that don't put the carts. It's really not that hard. It takes one extra minute.
I mean, if that. I mean, sometimes I do have bad parking, and my parking is like way away from the thing, and I've had it where I'm like,
No.
I actually have done. You know what I did? I actually did the whole, "Can I make it in from a distance?" And I threw it from a distance and watched it roll, and then boom, going in there. I'm like, "Oh, this is awesome." It's kind of, honestly, it's like throwing a football through a tire. You know?
Costco carts are the best to put back, by the way. And if you've ever seen me at Costco, I do this every single time. I ride the cart back into the cart corral.
Do you?
Like I'm 10 years old. I get going kind of fast, and then I hop on that thing, and I go right into the cart corral.
Have you ever had one with a weird tire that all of a sudden goes astray?
Not yet, but I think you just jinxed me. But
No,
it's not that hard to return your cart.
Imagine the injury that you're going to get one day, God forbid, on one of those carts going through, and you hit a pothole in the parking lot.
But that's why you do it. The Costco ones are heavier.
They are. They're bigger.
They don't flip.
Lydia, didn't you bust your mom not returning a cart one time?
Yeah, she tried to put it on like the side of the grass.
And what did you do?
I moved it.
So, but Lydia, it's your mom. She's, you know.
So what? She's supposed to act innocent all the time, and you know she's supposed to be my example. She's not.
She is, by the way. The funny thing about her is that if I saw her doing it, I'd probably put it away for her, because she does come across so innocent. But she seems like the type that would shoplift. Oh
my God.
She does. Is she kind of a secret shoplifter every now and again? Do you ever see her go into stores and come out with things she didn't pay for?
No.
Cyan, I do not believe that about you
Oh, I
at all.
believe
No,
it.
I do.
My mom would never do that.
I
but she
believe
did
it.
get her karma when an old lady accidentally let her car go in the Target parking lot like 3 months ago, and it hit and dented my mom's car
Oh
in the front.
no, really?
Oh, yeah.
What did she do? Did she confront her? Did she pull out the crazy side of her?
No, I confronted the lady.
Oh, and you started yelling at her?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this poor lady's probably elderly. Is she elderly?
Yeah, she was.
I love how low key you are right now too, and you're like, yeah, I went over to her and I confronted her. I yelled at her.
As if I wasn't like telling her, like, you belong in a nursing home. Put that car back.
For those that don't understand, Lydia is Chaldean, and their Chaldean crazy, we call it, side comes out. So there's times where she'll get a little nutty and she'll get a little crazy, and it comes out at times like that.
I don't like that you said that we call it that. You
I call it that. Yeah, no, I do.
Don't be in.
844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548. Has anybody ever been in a parking lot where somebody actually hit your car with the cart and then they just don't do anything at all? Like, have you ever had that happen? And if you did, if you were the person that was the offender of that, would you do anything? Like, if you saw that it caused noticeable damage, are you the type of person that is honest enough to actually maybe write a note and say, hey, I'm sorry, or do you just quickly get the hell out of there? Move your car to a different parking spot so they don't see the marks. Huh? What are your
I don't
thoughts?
think anybody's even. Did I ever tell you about the time that I backed up right, and this was at Kroger too, backed up right into the long line of carts. Thank God the person was at the other end, but it was like, it was just right in that like sweet spot of where I wasn't seeing, the carts were like under the back of I backed right into that
Right
dang
into
line
that
of
thing.
carts.
You
I
should-
felt so bad.
This is
I am
reason
the
why-
worst driver.
This is the reason why
I know.
Brian Moran
I know.
says that he will not sell you a big old
A
GMC
Tahoe.
Denali.
Yep, a Denali. Anything that's bigger than the car I currently drive, I'm not allowed to have.
He said she'll run over people not realizing it.
Probably.
Abe, what's up? It's Mojo in the morning.
How's it going, guys? Good morning.
Good morning.
morning.
What's going on?
Not much. Hey, I don't know if you guys heard of them or like if you ever scroll on TikTok. Have you guys ever heard of the cart narcs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just mentioning that just a second ago. I wish that those guys were
I'm
legit.
sorry. I just
No.
tuned in late.
No, have you ever done your own version of cart narcs?
Yeah. No, but I fear them. I'll tell you that right now. I'm always on edge. I put the cart. I'll be in a really good spot just to leave it in the empty parking spot next to me. And I'm looking around, I'm like, nah, I'm going to get caught. And the guy's going to come up to me and start calling me like lazy bones and all that stuff he does.
Yeah.
And throw stickers at my car.
Yeah, but somebody just texted in Cartnark was like just in Toledo too. So we should truly fear him because he travels.
Really? So he's actually here and he comes through town?
He travels, I guess. And he was just in Toledo a few weeks ago.
What's up, Erica? Hi.
Hi. So yesterday I was at Sam's Club, and it drives me crazy when people just throw their carts in there and they're not like in order.
Yeah.
And then you can't put your cart in. So yesterday, my truck was parked right by the corral, and they had the big flatbeds, and they were all sideways and backwards. So I fixed them all just so I could put my cart in and then get in my truck.
By the way, that is wonderful. You are a nice person. You're a good human. You're going right to heaven for doing stuff like that.
It makes me crazy. I think
Yeah.
everyone thought I was crazy, though, because I was pulling them all out of there.
Can I tell you why I'm torn on that? Have you ever gone to get a car
Why?
and they're stuck together and you feel like the biggest idiot in the world when you can't unhook them?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they were everywhere and they were like almost hitting my truck. And I'm like, this is insane. Like, how hard is it
Yeah.
to put it in there and connect them?
No, see, they should be in the corral, but they shouldn't be connected.
Hey, I was the kid that worked at a grocery store once that had to go get the carts. I did that job for about a week until I
was
realized
gonna say, how did I never know this about you?
my two worst jobs ever was a busboy at Hackney's and a cart corraler at Jewel. Those were the two worst
I
ever.
get jealous of the ones that have the automated like pusher thing versus the kids who have to bungee cord them together and physically
Oh, those
push
kids.
them. Oh.
Do you know what the funny thing is? You ever see those guys and they're going to get the carts and you have your cart standing there and the guy's walking by and you're like, want to give it to him? And he's like, nah, put it in the cart corral. He won't take it from you because you're just going to throw off the balance of how many carts he has at that particular moment. What's up, Michelle? Hi.
Good morning. So I work for Ship, so I'm in and out of the mire all the time, and it irks me so bad when I see these people load up their stuff in their car and then put the cart next to their car. So I will take that cart as they're getting into their car and put it behind their car, so they have to get out again. I do it all the time.
Wow.
Oh, that is kind of funny.
Michelle,
I love you.
that is kind of.
And and I watch from inside the door because it takes them a few minutes to realize what has happened.
You're kind of a cart Karen a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah, that's okay, though, because these people are lazy.
It shouldn't be cart Karens. It should just be cart. What's a nice name? Cart Vanessas.
I don't know. Cart Karen alliterates. What's up, Chelsea? Hi. Hi, Chelsea.
Hi, good morning. First time, long time.
Hey. Hold on a second. This is kind of lame without Kevin here. So, Chelsea's on the phone.
I was just calling in to tell a story about my cart situation. So it was a windy day, and I saw a cart like flying across the parking lot. So I went to get it, and I couldn't get to it in time, and it smashed into this lady's car. And of course, she was in the car when it happened, and she got out. She was like, "Your cart just hit my car." I was like, "No, ma'am. I was actually chasing this cart and I couldn't catch it in time."
Oh.
And she was so mad at us. And my daughter was with me, and she was like looking at me like she wanted to like kick my ass. I was like, "No, I didn't do it."
You know what? That's the problem with being nice is that you get blamed then for somebody's, leaving the cart out there. Jenna just had a thing happen to her 20 minutes ago. Is that right, Jenna?
Yes, in Groseville, Michigan.
What?
What happened?
On the island?
In Kroger.
What?
Anyway, I pull in, getting out of my cart to do my, early morning grocery shopping. Lady was coming in, shoved her cart in the basket, like you were saying, Mojo.
Yeah.
Shoved her cart, and it went sliding in there. And instead of going in, it hit my vehicle.
It actually.
And then as we were walking out, she hit me.
Oh my God! With her car?
Vehicle.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
I hate to say this,
and then
but
she yelled at me.
did she stop and did you guys call
for
the
being in
police?
the way. Well, no, she hit my daughter about around her neck.
Oh my!
If you weren't 90 years old, I'd kick your butt.
They should take
But then
away.
she's yelling at me.
They should
that
take
I was
away
in the way.
licenses of these old ladies.
I agree.
And you should not be allowed to push carts around a shopping center, around a Kroger.
We should deserve a license for that. And we
Exactly.
can revoke your cart license if you don't put your cart away.
Yeah, that lady is too old to be pushing carts and going to Kroger this early in the morning, although that's a perfect time for her to go. What are you doing there so early in the morning, Jenna? Lisa says, and she's going to get a big boo on this one. What's that, Lisa?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I never put my carts away.
I want to hear your reasoning for why.
No, I'm a mom, okay, and I have small kids, and there's nothing more frustrating than when you have multiple children, and especially a little one with you, and there's never carts around. They're all in the corral. Sometimes I can't find a parking spot that's close to
What do you
a
mean? That's
cart
where they're
corral.
supposed to be, in the corral or in the front of the store.
I understand, but when you have multiple children or you
crazy
have a
bitch
carrier, it's
It is.
Come on.
I agree with you there. It is tough when you've got multiple car seats, whatever strollers. But
It
that's when
is.
you do
It is.
park. You just try to park right by the corral,
Park
so you don't
in
have to
the
leave them in the car
expected
by
mother
themselves.
parking.
You know, you can keep an eye.
But
Yeah.
also, like
not
the
do
Aldi
that.
carts that are quarter, I always leave those out for people because sometimes I'm like,
Okay.
that's just my good
If
deed
you
for the
have
day.
if you have to pay for the carts like at Aldi, which I still think is stupid, that's their way of trying to get you to to put their carts away.
It works.
But I think that's fine. But put your carts away, Lisa.
That's like my good deed.
That's not a
Thank
good deed, Lisa.
Yeah, it's not
That's
good
not
at
a
all.
good deed.
Not a
That's
good
the
deed.
opposite of good deed. That's a bad deed.
Have a great day, guys.
All right, take
She's
care
like, I
of yourself.
cannot get off the phone fast enough with them.
Hey, congratulations. Somebody famous now hates you.
Goodbye, winter blues. Hello, spring allergies.
This is Mojo in the morning.
I saw this on the news and I was like shocked by it, but this is happening. There's been a string of DoorDash driver thefts, including one driver that actually, I guess in Ferndale, Michigan, was killed in a DoorDash road rage situation. But this story that I want to talk about right now, this is a trending story this morning. 2 teens charged in the carjacking of a DoorDash driver in Southfield. According to the Oakland County prosecutor, the 17 and 18-year-olds have been charged with carjacking and carrying a concealed weapon. I guess the driver was driving a 2023 Dodge Charger was in the middle of a delivery, left the car running, and these guys ended up going up and stealing the car and taking the car at gunpoint from the driver.
News Detroit update.
Hold on. Oh, here.
Good morning. I'm Lauren Winfrey. Here's a look at the top stories making news this Friday morning. The man accused of killing a missing mother from Warren will be back in court this morning.
That's not that story. Hold on.
DeAndre Booker.
Where's the story at?
This country. I mean,
all right, hold on a second. Hold on. Where's the DoorDash story? I don't want to hear the whole news. What are you doing there? Oh, it's not even in the story. CBS. I'm never using your guys' audio ever again.
I didn't realize or think about ever how easy it would be because you could go to any restaurant. You go to Chipotle, you know which ones are the DoorDash drivers.
Yeah.
You follow them to wherever they're going because you know that at some point they are going to be leaving their vehicle as they get out and go deliver, know, the order.
And a lot of times, they'll just run up to the front door of houses, but a lot of times they'll go into apartment complexes and do the same exact thing. One of the defendants is said to have threatened the victim with the gun. Officials say that the teens were taken into custody after a little bit of a police chase. Actually, they were driving over 100 miles an hour on the highway, and then they finally got picked up.
I thought we weren't doing police chases anymore.
Well, if you're somebody that gets carjacked, I think that they're driving in the actual stolen vehicle, maybe they're going after them still. I don't know. I've always thought that they should just put them on television like they do in California because they're huge ratings.
Yeah, just put a helicopter up.
Has any DoorDash drivers ever had this happen to you? Have you ever had somebody rip you off like this or steal from you? I would think that, like Shannon said, that would be a very common thing to do because you're just leaving your car just kind of sitting there.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. It's kind of a
pizza drivers.
Yeah, same thing.
Back in the day. Yeah.
But I would assume pizza drivers carried more cash on them. I would assume like all of the app delivery drivers get tipped through the app at least.
Well, but it's not even about that. It's about just easily being able to take the vehicle because I'm sure the keys are still in the car.
Right.
Yeah. I love the people, though, that just leave their car running when they go run into, say, a 7-Eleven or,
Okay, I am guilty of doing this when I run into the dry cleaner.
Do you?
If it's cold.
Really?
Yes. Now, to be very, very fair, I can see my car the entire time. I run in, I grab my stuff. I don't even hand over my credit card. They have it on file. So it takes all of about 20 seconds, which I understand somebody could still steal my car. I'm dumb.
Somebody told me that this happens at gas stations too, where people will get out, fill up their gas tank. And if you drive a non-American car, you're driving like one of those fancy schmancy like Mercedes Benzes. That they're
not Mercedes.
Mercedes
Benz.
I'm on pain pills this morning. I'll explain why coming up this morning.
It is the best story. Please do not leave the show until you hear this.
But as far as when you're filling up your gas tank on those European vehicles, your gas pump is on the left side of the vehicle, and so a lot of times they will come in and they'll enter in through the driver's side door, knowing that you're on the other side, knowing you left the keys in the car, and they say that has been a big deal. Where people are ripping off cars and stealing cars. It's kind of crazy. I always worry, like my fear is getting carjacked. I don't know why that is, but I have that like really weird fear.
So do I.
Of getting carjacked, and I'm stuck in the car because if you ever trying to see me get out of a car, it takes me.
You do the rock.
I do. Like I got to get out. It's like it never happens fast enough for me. Like I would love to just give them the car.
Can I tell you something? Every single morning, because I don't park in my garage. My garage is currently home to a gym, thanks to my sweet husband. So I don't ever park in my garage. I park in my driveway. And when I go out to my car in the morning, it is a thing where I have a routine of I get in my car and the very first thing I do is lock my door before I arrange my purse, my coffee, turn on the radio station to whatever I want to be listening to. Like I lock my door so quickly because I'm so scared that somebody is going to come in to my car.
Do you ever look under your car too?
I don't.
I do.
Oh my God. I always feel like somebody's going to grab my feet.
I do. I check every window and then I get in the car.
844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548.
Don't miss this in Mojo in the Mornings, Dirty on the 30 in minutes.
In just about an hour and a half, that all-female crew is going up on that Blue Origin flight. Katy Perry among them. How these ladies prepared all weekend.
Leave her in space.
Actually, two women with local ties going up as well. And some drama from Coachella over the weekend. That story coming up in the Dirty.
Who is seen with who? Who's banging who? And what will you be talking about all day? Mojo in the Mornings, Dirty on the 30 in minutes. On Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955. It's Mojo in the mornings. Motor City traffic.
726-49 right now. Cloudy, a high of 70 today. We may see a stray shower in there as well. 275 southbound. You've got some slow traffic between 7 Mile and M1496 at the moment. An accident on the right shoulder eastbound 696 after Orchard Lake Road. A slight delay 94 westbound between Gratiot and 12 Mile. And just a heads up, a left lane closure still westbound 10 Mile between Huron Ave and Hilton Campbell. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Mojo in the morning.
Channel 955 and iHeartRadio.
This report is sponsored by Macy's. Macy's Easter sale has incredible deals on everything you need to elevate your family's brunch style. Host friends and family at your place. Plan the most fun Easter egg hunt ever and so much more. Come into Macy's Easter sale before it's over.
Detroit, if you're ready for a new ride, it's time to head over to Gordon Chevrolet, where whether you're dreaming of a brand new Chevy or searching for a reliable certified pre-owned vehicle, Gordon Chevrolet has you covered. This place isn't just a dealership, it's a family with over 40 years of treating Detroiters the most honest way and giving you the respect and unbeatable service you need. No sales gimmicks, no runaround, just great prices and a team that truly cares about you. Get over to Gordon Chevrolet today on Ford Road, just west of Merriman in Garden City, and see for yourself. These guys know how to make a dealership right with unbelievable prices and a way for you to get into a new car that you are truly going to love. I'm not going to lie to you. When you go to Gordon Chevrolet, you won't just be a customer for now. This will become the dealership that you always go back to. Gordon Chevrolet, Ford Road, west of Merriman in Garden City. Together, let's drive.
Add the Mojo in the Morning Show to your presets on our free iHeartRadio app. And never miss a show.
Channel 955.
This is your Monday Legal Minute powered by Goldman and Associates Law Firm. Do a lot of divorce cases go to trial?
Typically not. They can go to trial, but statistically speaking, about 97% of them are settled. And they're settled either by agreement of the parties or they're settled by mediation or arbitration or other means of dispute resolution that the court puts in place to avoid the need to go to trial in a divorce case.
What if the ex does not follow the custody order?
If your ex doesn't follow the custody order, the remedy is to file an appropriate motion before the court. The court will be asked to hold your ex in contempt for violating its order. Remember one thing, the court never knows there's a problem unless you bring it to their attention. And unfortunately, that's going to require going back into court with your lawyer, filing an appropriate show cause motion to ask that the court take steps to enforce its own orders.
The best part about HFC is the community. The support that I've received from faculty and students alike has been outrageous. And I feel like that is what's most important, and like that gives us as students confidence to continue.
When COVID hit, I had already been thinking about making a career pivot, and HFC allowed me to come back to college. If it looks big and scary, just take the step. It's not. Start where you are now and change your stars.
Join us today at hfcc.edu. Henry Ford College. Future driven.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
So, influencer life going well?
Oh, yeah. I'm up to 32 followers.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah, posting my tap dancing videos is easier than ever because we engineered Xfinity Internet with 99.99% network reliability.
Plus, Xfinity Mobile with Wi-Fi Power Boost gives you ultra-fast Wi-Fi at home and on the go. But wait, tap dancing? You don't tap dance.
Hey, what I lack in skill, I make up with passion.
Do more of what you love and love how fast you do it with Xfinity Internet and mobile. Now through April 17th, get 300 megabit Xfinity Internet and one unlimited mobile line together for $30 a month for 1 year and save $1,000 in your first year over Verizon and AT&T. Learn more at Xfinity.com. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Savings compared to Verizon 5G Internet plus one unlimited welcome line and AT&T Internet 300 plus one unlimited starter SL line. Xfinity Internet required. Actual speeds vary. Reduced speeds after 30 gigabits of usage per line. Data thresholds and actual savings vary.
Do it before the warm weather so you never have to worry about it again. Ditch the glasses and contacts and get LASIK surgery from Dr. Yaldo at the Yaldo Eye Center.
Running a special right now for $2,025 off. So schedule that free consultation now by visiting YaldoEyeCenter.com.
In-betweens are made for pizza. In between meals, meetings, thoughts, that's pizza time. Stop at Speedway and get 2 hot, delicious slices of pizza and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce for $5 with Speedy Rewards. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms.
If you want a tire shop that doesn't feel like your ordinary tire shop, then you need to meet Tire Man. Bell Tire. Good point, Tire Man. Tire Man works at Bell Tire. He's part tire, part man, all heart. Bell Tire. Right, Tire Man. We repair flats for free at Bell Tire. And as Tire Man just said, we actually care about our customers. We're not your ordinary tire shop because we're changing tires. Bell Tire.
Looking to do spring home renovations? Visit Sargent Appliance today and get large capacity cooling with the Maytag side-by-side refrigerator. Gallon door bins free up shelf space, and frameless glass shelves fit larger items. An exterior water and ice dispenser makes access easy. Shop SargentAppliance.com or visit their Clinton Township, Macomb, or Rochester locations. Sargent Appliance, quality appliances for less.
Sargent Appliance, quality appliances for less.
Listen to Channel 955 anytime. Free on the iHeart app.
Presented by Top Dog Law. Top Dog gets you top dollar. Go to topdoglaw.com. That's topdoglaw.com.
Ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, great price, and then a few months later, it's like, surprise, your bills doubled? With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. No price hikes, no contracts. Plus, with Boost, you're on America's newest 5G network. Head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Hi, I'm Stacy Reeves, a DTE Field Operations Supervisor. When DTE invests, it works. Our crews are in the field every day working to deliver reliable power, and we've made great strides towards our goal to dramatically reduce outages by 2029. Last year, DTE customers saw nearly 70% improvement in time spent without power. We're proud to be building a smarter, cleaner, and stronger grid to power Michigan's future. Because when we invest, it works.
Bank of America is proud to present the Boston Marathon and show support for runners in our community.
I'm Kaylee Skarenka from Michigan. With a family history spanning more than 250 years of combined military service, I've spent my career ensuring our service members have the resources they need to protect the nation. That's why I run for the USO.
Help Kaylee's cause. Give if you can at BofA.com/help-a-cause. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. References to charitable organizations is not an endorsement by Bank of America Corporation. Copyright 2025.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
Injured? Call 1-800-CALL-SAM because we're Michigan's most experienced personal injury law firm.
More Mojo in seconds.
In about 26 minutes, if we are on time, a huge announcement about our Mojo Gives You a Baby contest. It is coming back this year. A great big thank you to Dr. Shama and the team at IVF Michigan for making it happen for our listeners once again. And if you are struggling with trying to get pregnant and you're looking for answers and you're looking for other avenues to make that happen, he is absolutely the doctor that you need to talk to. One of the pioneers of the actual IVF procedure way back in the day. So he knows what he's talking about here. And also the team with the highest success rate for IVF in the entire state of Michigan. So make that consultation today. You could do it by going to ivf-mi.com. And something else, maybe IVF isn't for you and you'll learn that during your consultation. He also has all sorts of other procedures and treatment options, including IVF Michigan's sister business. It's called Gift of Life Surrogacy. And you can get more information about them at giftoflifesurrogacy.com.
This report is sponsored by the Better Business Bureau of Western Michigan.
Cloudy and windy today, not ruling out a stray shower, a high of 70 tomorrow. More clouds and temps down near 50.
Every business says they're better, but the ones that earn and display the BBB seal back it up. That's why it's the sign of a better business. Find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by Goldman & Associates Law Firm. 248-588-3333.
Here's what's trending now on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
You are not going to want to miss this. Lizzo is opening up like never before on Purpose with Jay Shetty, and it's an episode everyone is talking about. Plus, Troy and Belisario shares what life has been like after Pretty Little Liars on Post Run High, and it might surprise you. And Amanda Knox joins Bobby Cass to talk about surviving prison and life nearly 20 years after being wrongfully accused.
Explore the latest. Open the free iHeartRadio app and see what's trending now.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios. Planet Fitness. Judgment-free and just $15 a month.
This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit autolaw.com.
That's autolaw.com.
Holy Christ, that was a long commercial break, wasn't it? Huh?
Getting ghosted sucks. Second date update is at 8:20 on Mojo in the morning.
All right. We're going to give you a chance to win right now. It's Find the Fob. So call 844-MOJO Live. Be the 95th caller, and you could be winning a brand new Chevy or $25,000 cash. And it's from Moran Automotive, 844-MOJO Live. Hi, Eliza.
Hello.
Hey, we're talking about DoorDashers getting carjacked, and the story that's crazy this morning that's out about these two DoorDashers that carjacked, or two teenagers that DoorDashed two teens that carjacked a DoorDash driver. There you go. Thank you. All right. Sorry about that. What's going on?
So I actually work in the emergency department, and this happened outside of our hospital. There was a DoorDasher that came and brought like fast food for one of the nurses, and they got out of their car, and their kids were in the car, and one of the patients, like one of our psych patients, came and took the car.
Oh my gosh.
And like just told her kids to get out of the car.
Oh God.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's insane. By the way, you know what's interesting about that whole story? You work at a hospital, and people who are hospital workers order fast food. That makes me feel better about myself. Like, do you ever feel like you can't eat certain things because you work at a hospital in the ER?
No, everybody eats fast food. Nobody eats anything other than that.
I like it. I want my doctors and nurses happy, and it puts a smile on your face. I don't care if your arteries are clogged, as long as they don't get clogged while you're working on me. So, but that's nuts though that the psych patient jumped into the car. You got to be careful. If you're a DoorDash driver, don't be leaving your car running. It's Mojo in the morning.
Mojo in the morning's Dirty on the 30.
All right, Shannon, what you got trending this hour?
You could not pay me to do this. I would not do it for free. But these ladies are all excited. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin will launch its 11th crewed flight today with Katy Perry strapping into the space capsule alongside 5 other passengers. And yes, all of them women. Did you see I want to say outfits, because they don't look like astronauts.
Really?
It's like a cross between Elvis and something you'd see on the runway.
I don't know. Katie's going to drop a song up there?
Oh gosh,
God.
I don't know. So here's the thing. Well,
God,
let me
I
tell
hope
you
not.
who's on board first. CBS Mornings co-host Gail King, a bioastronautics research scientist named Amanda Jen, STEM board CEO, former NASA rocket scientist, and Washtenaw Community College alum Aisha Bowe. There's a filmmaker named Carrie Ann Flynn on there, and the mission leader is Lauren Sanchez, the fiance, of course, of Jeff Bezos, who owns Blue Origin. But they're going to launch the crew from the company's launch site 1 in Texas. It's going to basically only be up in space for a total of about 11 minutes. 4 minutes of weightlessness is what they'll experience, and then they're going to come back down.
They did this thing, I remember not that long ago. Michael Strahan was one of the guys that are on there. And William Shatner was on there, too, which was wild because of, his Star Trek days. To me, I think it's really cool. Space is cool. Like, I like the fact that we're starting to see, like, space happening again. Because when I was a little kid, I wanted to be an astronaut, you know?
I agree. I would be way too terrified to do it.
But this one's nothing. Like, this isn't going up to the space station. These guys are basically, like,
62
flying
miles
around.
above the Earth, I think is what it is.
Yes, I don't think that this is space. I'll fight anybody who says that. She's dropping a song up there. I bet it's about girl power, and I bet they're going to film it, which is why we have a filmmaker, and we're going to have all these famous people up there. But, like, no, there are 2 things we don't need to explore. Space and the ocean. It's scary. We don't know what's going on.
Don't mess with it.
We don't need to do it.
Although I will tell you this, after last week's helicopter crash that took place in New York, I ain't going up in a helicopter anymore. I think I've ruled helicopters out, and I've been up in them a few times. They're kind of fun to be, but I don't know.
You know what? I want Gail King because
Yeah.
Gail King has been talking about how she has been preparing for this mission.
First thing I'm going to do is find a place to meditate. At Katy Perry's suggestion, she said you should connect yourself with Bob Roth, which I did. So I've been doing meditation. Okay. I tried it before; it didn't work for me, but I'm really leaning in. I'm going to do that today. I got my mantra and everything.
All right. You know what you need to do, Gail? Get some ratings on that TV show. Did you see the ratings? For the CBS morning show?
I like Gail too. But
They're talking about getting rid of all the morning news stuff on CBS because their ratings are so bad.
Oh, man. All right, at Coachella this weekend, Coachella's very first weekend out of 2 featured everybody from Gaga, who got rave reviews, by the way, for her set. Travis Scott, Megan Thee Stallion, Post Malone, Charlie XCX, Benson Boone. This is Benson Boone.
Oh, look what he's doing.
Little Bohemian Rhapsody
Yeah.
with the original guitarist of Queen, the legendary Brian May.
Love Brian May.
95% of the people in the crowd did not know that it was the Brian May, and Benson Boone was pissed,
bro,
and
Really?
got on TikTok afterward to roast the crowd to say, you gave him such a lukewarm reception, and this
Yeah.
is like the legendary Brian May.
The Coachella crowd sucked. Gaga's crowd was so quiet, and I got to tell you, Beyonce's Homecoming was the best Coachella set of all time. I watch it regularly a couple of times a month. Like, that is an amazing, amazing Coachella set. And I think this Gaga Mayhem rivals it. Like, these are the 2 best Coachella performances of all time, and the crowd sucked.
So I heard that about Gaga. Everybody kept raving about Gaga. There was also a big group of people that said her set was entirely satanic.
No, it
and they're
was
going
not.
to cancel her. So mixed reviews, but more so amazing reviews for her set.
Anybody who thinks it was satanic, can you give me an explanation quickly? Other than it was red. Because the only satanic part was that it was red at the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's literally it. Nobody can give you a reason other than, well, she was wearing red and the lights were red and it was red.
Yeah. Well, some other controversy coming out of Coachella, and this is nothing new. I don't know why people just don't expect this at this point. Coachella attendees going viral on social media for complaining about how expensive the food there is. Yet again this year, one woman, sharing on TikTok that her taco, nachos, and lemonades for 2 people, her bill was $102, which is asinine.
Well-
okay, but that's every year.
And I don't know if you saw the prices of the food at the Masters. The prices of the food at the Masters is rock bottom. It's like
the same
a bottle
as
of
it
water
was-
is like $2.
Yeah.
And to buy a sandwich is $5.
Did
It's
you
like,
see the merch tent, though? People were spending $2,000 on merch.
Oh, yeah. That's a big
Yeah.
thing.
That's insane.
Did you see what they do with the merch tent? You buy it, and they have UPS there to UPS it all back
That's
to you.
nice.
So you don't-
That's Disney.
So you don't have to take it.
I'd buy more then, see. And Post Malone is going country again.
Yay.
Well, speaking about how kind the Nashville community has been since he started working on his album F1 Trillion, he said every time he gets together with his crew out there, which includes his friends and fellow artists like Ernest, Hardy, Thomas Rhett, he said we just sit and we have fun and we talk and we make music. And he said he's already done 2 trips to Nashville for the project that he's currently undertaking and has already made 35 brand new songs. So expect some new country music from
Country
him.
radio also embraces that more. I don't blame these guys. I think it's great.
For all of today's Dirty Catch Up by checking out the podcast, search Mojo in the Morning in the free iHeartRadio app.
Get more dirt at Mojo in the Morning on social media.
The latest craze.
It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
Coming up here in a second, Shannon says you cannot do it solo. So she's going to talk about that. Anthony, first, we're going to get you in for our Find the Fob. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you. First time, long time.
Hey, hold on. Shannon beat Kevin on this one. Anthony?
I'm so not as good, but I tried.
Kev's taking a couple of days off
you
here.
did
So
good. You did great.
I like it. Last week we were talking, and I was pointing out everybody who's driving cars with, 100,000 plus miles on it. And Kevin said to me, he goes, that ain't nothing. He goes, I got a friend of mine that's got a car with 200,000 miles. I'm like, a car can go 200,000 miles? You beat that, Anthony. How many miles do you have on your Chrysler Pacifica?
200 or 411,000.
No.
Holy
I have
cow,
never in my
400.
life heard 400,000.
My dad sends me the text all the
Yeah,
time.
me either.
310,000 on his car.
That's a commercial for the freaking Pacifica. I guarantee you that engine's not the original, though. There's no way.
It's the original engine, everything in it.
How can Chrysler make a Pacifica with 400,000 miles, but my Jeep got recalled like 5 or 6 times when I had it? That's craziness.
Oh, I had to fix a lot of stuff on it. I had to fix so many things on it. So
it was
so it's still running though. I just got it fixed and I just got it back. So I'm driving it again.
All right, well, you're in the running for a brand new Chevy from Moran Chevrolet. May the 2nd is when we're going to do Find the Fob. If you can find that fob in one of those cars on that lot, you get to drive it home, or we'll write you a check for $25,000.
Oh, my gosh, I'm going to find it.
Hang on one second, Anthony. It's good to talk to you, buddy.
It's good meeting you guys. Good talking to you, too.
Hang on one sec. Mojo in the Morning, home of the War of the Roses, second date update, and the Dirty on the 30. Shannon says you cannot do this alone. Do you agree or disagree?
Friday night, Lucy had her 11th birthday party with all of her friends from school at a local bowling alley. Okay. And so we walk into the bowling alley. It was just me and Lucen Smith at this point before all of the girls arrived. And we started to set up. I had 2 lanes next to each other. And then there's, booths or whatever that I put some goodie bags and I got matching hats for all of the girls, whatever. I'm setting this up. And there is a guy who is in the lane to the right of us. And he's very chatty with me. Nice guy, but I noticed he was by himself and I thought, oh, he's probably waiting for his team or family, friends, whatever to come as well. Oh no. The birthday party starts and we were there for 2 hours and this guy was there solo the entire time that we were there, just bowling against himself. And I thought there are a lot of activities you can do solo. I feel like bowling is not one of them.
That is kind of an awkward thing, huh? Especially when you're next to a kid's birthday party.
Well, I mean, he didn't know that when he booked his lane, I'm sure, because he was arriving there at the same time that we did. But I just thought it was kind of odd. How old? He was probably early to mid 40s.
All right, so there's a lot of bowlers that listen to this radio show. We're in, Michigan. We broadcast out of Michigan. We got Michigan, Ohio, probably 2 places that bowl the most, right? Can you go and just bowl by yourself?
Yeah,
but
there are rules.
Yeah.
There are rules. You have to be 65 plus.
Really?
Yeah,
but
it has
then.
to be after 5 p.m.
No, it's got to be before 5.
Okay, all right. No.
Nighttime,
after 5.
Nighttime bowling. You can't bowl at nighttime by yourself.
Yes, you can.
It's like a noon thing.
No, because noon you should be out like grocery shopping or at Lowe's. But then like when 5 o'clock rolls around, that's when you go to the bowling alley.
Yeah.
But you have to be 65 plus.
Let's bring our official bowling correspondent.
Oh, yeah, wait a second.
He is the co-captain because Don is the captain of the Mojo bowling team. Please welcome Zach to the show, right? Am I right, Zach? Hi, Zach. Zach, can you bowl by yourself? You don't ever go bowling by yourself, do you?
I kind of agree with Shannon and Meaghan. Yeah, I don't go unless, you're 55 plus. And I'm the worst bowler on the team, so maybe that will explain why.
You should be going more often by yourself.
But I just feel weird. I don't have my own ball either. Like, you take out your own. It's just like an awkward situation.
I feel like bowling is a very social event. Also, wouldn't your arm get so tired if you were just constantly the one,
you're not
rolling the ball?
No, you gotta be a widower.
I will say that the finals are coming up in every bowling league.
Okay, so maybe he was practicing.
Like,
we were there at 5:30, to be fair. It was early on a Friday night.
And they didn't want to see all the youngins come in and check him out, but he happened to probably still bowl.
At what point do they shut the lights off and it becomes rock?
Bowling?
Yeah, like
11:30.
It was 6 p.m. at this bowling alley.
Did he stay or did he leave before that happened?
He was there. Actually, I want to say we got done at 7:30.
Yeah.
He was probably there until about 7.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Ruba, what's up, Ruba?
Hey, I was just saying about the whole bowler. I mean, he could be in competitive bowling, go practice by yourself. I've seen it a lot, actually, where they just go, they're practicing for the league.
Okay. So competitive bowlers like to just do, 5 o'clock in the evening, practicing.
I mean, hey, you never know if he had nothing to do. Might as well get him a few lanes and
I'm a golfer, and they have, obviously, the practice range. where you can go practice and hit balls. Why don't they have like a practice range at a bowling alley?
Great question.
Like Carl's Golfland has for golf. What's going on, Brett? Hi.
Hi. I go bowling by myself at least 12 times a year.
Do you really?
It is. Yes. I get ready for cities and states. I'll see where the bowling alley is at. And I will actually take a drive. Like last year, it was in Detroit. I took a drive to Detroit for a whole weekend just to bowl on the lanes for states.
Interesting.
Do you feel weird if there's a group of 10, 11-year-olds next to you having a birthday party?
No, because honestly, it's no different than bowling in front of thousands of people at the bowling alley waiting to see how you do for your side pots and everything. So
you listen to the clapping. You see it?
Bowling clap?
Isn't that the That's what Shannon sounds like when she claps. It sounds like you're
Honest to
walking.
God, I'm not clapping for the rest of the show.
It is better to practice in the afternoon, like around 4 or 5 o'clock, because the lanes are wore down like how they are for tournaments, so it's a lot better to practice.
All right, so they're faster. They go a little faster than you're saying.
No, they're
Slower?
less oiled.
There's less oil.
Less oils. Oh, okay. All right. Well, there's a bowler telling us. Rodney, what's up, Rodney? Hi.
Yeah.
Strike.
Bowling. Yeah, bowling. People got to practice bowling, so a lot of people go by themselves.
Well, hold on. Are you speaking in the right end of your phone? What end of the? Are you speaking in a bowling ball right now? I can't understand you. Say that again, Rodney.
I said all bowlers practice by themselves.
Okay, so real bowlers practice by themselves. So that was actually a real bowler. Shannon, did he have
I honestly had no idea.
Did he have the wrist guards on and all that stuff?
I don't think so.
Did he have his own ball?
I didn't know. I was trying to watch 10 little girls. Okay.
Did he look like a member of the Mojo bowling team? Was it Don? Are we sure it wasn't Don?
Not Don.
Don, by the way, texts me results of the bowling league all the time since we are the official sponsors of your bowling league. I'm going to try to get out there this week. It's Tuesday night, right?
Yep, it's Tuesday night, and we're in first place.
Where's it at, by the way? Where's it at?
Hartfield Lanes in Berkeley.
So Hartfield Lanes in Berkeley. If anybody wants to go up there and cheer on the Mojo bowling team, and you can get over there with Zach here and be
7 p.m.
Hold on, Shay, what's up? You're a bartender at a bowling alley?
I was, in Allen Park, a big one, and they do a lot of tournaments. It was a tournament guy, 100%. He was practicing, getting ready.
Okay.
Like, what was that movie, The Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, like that.
You know,
he was that serious.
That bowling alley that you were at was a legendary bowling alley. They used to have bowling on ESPN there. Yeah, that's a good place.
They still do sometimes. Still do sometimes.
What if the guy goes and gets his own pitcher of beer? Can a guy drink his own pitcher of beer when he's by himself on a bowling alley?
I mean, yeah, they do.
That's a lot of beer to drink by yourself, though.
It is a lot of beer. Well, what is it, like 3 or 4?
But what's more embarrassing, ordering 6 beers or ordering a pitcher?
Yeah. Oh, this place has the big, tall, what are those called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
The towers?
Yeah, the tower with like the little tap at the bottom.
All right.
There is a limit on what you can serve, though. Like, I couldn't give a guy like 6 beers. I could give him a pitcher. That doesn't make any sense, but I couldn't like give him 6 beers. I'd be in trouble.
Okay. Well, thank you for the call. I appreciate it. If you wanted to, maybe Lucy had an extra like birthday bag, a goodie. Do they still give goodie bags at birthday parties?
He did make a comment about, because the girls made candy salad. This is like a big thing. And then they each filled bags with the candy salad that they made. And so he was very inquisitive about all of this candy.
Okay.
And I almost offered him one, but
Would you like some candy? I always love when there's kid parties at places that I'm at and they have leftover fun foods and things like that. Or a birthday cake they will offer you.
Yep.
That's cool.
Maybe he didn't call his wife to check in while on your date, but something isn't right. Second date update is after 8 this morning on Mojo in the Morning.
Coming up here next on the Mojo in the Morning show, we'll announce Mojo gives you a baby 2025. That's coming. So if you're looking to win a baby from Mojo in the Morning, we're going to give away another, or IVF actually. The other thing too is I got to tell you guys about the worst drunk injury that you could possibly ever get, and it came on Dad's weekend up at Michigan State with Luke. So I'll do that in just a second too. It's Mojo in the Morning. Meaghan is back after being sick, and she's here. Hold on, let me get the golf applause here for 1 second, or the bowling applause here from this. It's good to have you back.
That is uncomfortable to listen to. It sounds like popping. Like, do you remember those little toys that had the springs in them that you would like suction come to the table and they would like pop up?
Yes. Good. Your voice sounds way better than it did the week that you were sick because you sounded just horrendous that day. Hold on, let me play for you. This is what Meaghan sounded like.
Like, here's an example of what my voice sounds like today. Oh, no. It's so bad. It's so bad. How am I getting sicker?
Listen to that voice.
You know who you sound like? The girl or the lady from Monsters, Inc.
Mike Wazowski.
Wazowski, you didn't file your paperwork last night.
Oh my God, spot on.
That's truly what I sounded like. The best part about all this was I went to the doctor and she was like, do you need a note for your doctor or for your boss? And I said, yes. And I called up Tony. I was like, I don't know where to submit a letter. He's like, you don't need to submit a letter. I hear it.
I've never submitted a note. We need doctor's notes here.
I thought because I had been out for 2 days and then back and then out and like, I didn't know how it worked. I thought everybody thought I was faking it. So I was calling everybody to kind of prove that I wasn't faking it. But man, I was just unbelievably sick. For most of my vacation, I was sick as well.
Was there anything good that came out of you being sick? Like, did you get rest? Because I wondered about you just like resting and being able to get some sleep and sleeping in a little bit. Sometimes that actually you need that.
Thankfully, I did get a lot of rest, but I got so off schedule. It wasn't even funny. Like, I was staying up till 5 o'clock in the morning, was sleeping in until 1 in the afternoon. And then one day I literally slept everything but 3 hours. Like, I just felt like I was not functioning as a human being.
It's weird when you get more sleep, you almost kind of screw up yourself a little bit from doing it. You had a bunch of stuff that you had to do over this time. I know you were helping a family member move. Didn't you also have a court case or something like that?
This was not fun. Everybody was like, oh, Meaghan's taken off. Like, what is she up to? I was like, nothing fun. I had court at some point. But I sounded like that voice clip that we played at the beginning when I had court, right? And
here's an example of what my voice sounds like today.
Had to go to court.
Were you at court like that?
Yeah, so I was super sick, and I had to get up, and I had to get dressed and do my hair and makeup. But thankfully, it was on a Zoom. So I got dressed from waist up. Love that. Looks super nice from the waist up. Was not looking good from the waist down. But I'm sitting in my living room, and they had rules about, like, what could be behind you. I was terrified. I didn't know what was going on. And court starts, right? Which, by the way, was an hour later than they told me. So I'm sitting there for an hour just in this waiting room of the Zoom call. And the Zoom call starts. And this is what the woman running it was like. If you do not follow the rules, I will kick you out. Listen up or you will be out of this court and you will have to pay for everything. Not my problem. And my butthole puckers because I realized that all of the paperwork that I need is out in my car. Oh. And I'm on my laptop. So I have to hotspot my laptop from my phone and I am running through the streets of downtown Detroit. Dressed homeless from the bottom down in a button-up shirt from the top up with my hair and makeup done. And my parking garage is blocks from my apartment. And so I'm literally running past construction workers and all the guys working out at the hotel gym and all of the security people and people going into work and all of the people running to go get coffee because they started work early.
I would be sweating.
If you get knocked off of that thing, they think they think that you left.
You're screwed. And the whole time I'm like, please hotspot correctly, please hotspot. And people are laughing at me in the Zoom call because you can see behind me I'm running through the street. You have to or they'll kick you out.
Oh, really?
So I'm literally, you can see the panic look in my face and I'm running and she's booting people left and right. And she's yelling at people and she's mean and I'm terrified. And so I'm like, and I don't know what order I'm getting called in. I don't know if I'm next and I'm not getting to my car or if I'm last in line and I've got another hour before I'm going to be seen. So I'm now, because I'm sick, sweating. She's yelling at everybody. People are giving me weird looks in public. I get out to my car and she calls my name. I get all the paperwork and she goes, all right, Miss Mick, it is your turn. Show me your paperwork. And I was like, hi, good morning. Sounding like Mike Wazowski.
Here's an example of what my voice sounds like.
Good morning. Here's all the paperwork for you. This woman, she flips her entire script. She went, oh my God, you sweet darling, what's wrong? And I was like, Ka-ching, baby! This has never worked in my favor, but I got the sympathy card. I was like, I'm really sick. I'm so sorry. She's like, oh, we could have I'm so sorry you had to get up for this. You're fine. Everything's dismissed.
Oh, my
Everybody
gosh.
in the Zoom call looked at me, and I'm surprised nobody raised a middle finger because all of them were like, are you kidding me? I saw somebody grab a box of tissues and put them in front of them. I was like, oh, you going to play with this card?
So that was it. You were done.
Kicked me right out and said, you don't have to pay for anything.
Wow.
Everything's dismissed.
What was this over again?
My tags being expired.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It was my fault. I will acknowledge I messed up. I totally messed up.
Yeah.
I was surprised that I was forced to go to court, but it is required in the state of Michigan that if your tags are expired, you can't just pay the ticket. That's what I wanted to do. I got new tags 24 hours later. Just wanted to pay the ticket. They won't let you.
They used to let you just go to
court.
the police station and show
Yeah.
that you did. Like they'd give you a warning and say within 72 hours you need to go to the police station. And yeah, that's crazy.
So this is a word of warning or word of, I guess, I don't know, a hack, a life hack. If you are not feeling well, have a court date when you're not feeling well. You might actually get a sympathetic judge.
Or just start working on your laryngitis voice right now.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. It's funny that you would think that the judge, would have been past that whole thing. But all I kept picturing you running to the parking garage is the video of that guy. Remember in like Washtenaw County or whatever, that was in his car driving when his license was expired. Excuse me, are you driving right now? It's like, what the hell are you doing, you big dummy? And then Meaghan's out there. They're going to be like, what are you doing? You know what they're going to think? They're going to think that you're working the streets. Look at you running out on the streets, hanging out.
It was the scariest thing of my life.
By the time she got to you, were you just sitting in your car to do the call?
Oh, no. I was. My laptop was sitting in my passenger seat, digging through my glove box, just digging through it, a million papers. She calls my name. My head pops up. I'm shocked that I did not have snot running down my face because
So you did the call from your car?
From my parking garage. I was
parking
standing in the parking. So I was sitting in my living room, this beautiful backdrop. It was super simple, looked super professional. And I had my crap together. And by the time it ended up there, I was like, please don't have snot drip out of your nose while you're talking, kind of sweaty because I can't regulate my body temperature, hacking up, coughing, tissues in my hand.
What?
It was a mess, an absolute mess.
Why are the courts still doing virtual things? That was just a COVID thing that they did. Now it's like they're loving this thing, huh? They like to do it?
That's a really good question, especially in something like this. And I go back to, it's an easy fix. Put your she already had her tags.
Just show up and show
Put your
them.
tags on your car, go to the police station, be done with the dang thing.
What's up, Terry? Hi.
Hi. So a few years ago, 3 days after my birthday, I got pulled over for my tabs being expired. Just 3 days. I thought I had until the end of the month. Apparently you don't. But I just had to go to the city court building, show proof of my tabs, and pay my $65.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
By the way, I thought you had the whole month too.
So did I.
This is news to me.
Yeah.
Same.
Wait, you have to have it paid by the beginning of the month?
By your
Or
birthday.
By your birthday.
Oh, it's
is
by
what
your
it sounds like
birthday.
she's saying.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
That's kind of wild. All right, thank you for the call. I appreciate it, Tara.
You're welcome.
Happy to have Meaghan with her voice back and on the show this morning.
WKQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. This is Mojo in the Morning.
Oh, Mojo, he's amazing.
Live. Mojo. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition sequence start.
Let me take y'all back to the beginning.
This is it.
All right, you ready?
You're listening to Mojo in the Morning.
You're a doo-doo head.
Let's go.
Meaghan, say hi to all the guys.
Hello, boys.
There you go. Good.
I hate you. I hate you.
All right, it is Mojo in the Morning. We got a big announcement about Mojo Gives You a Baby. I'll tell you about that coming up here in a second. Also on the way this hour on the show, want to get the worst drunk injury ever, okay? Because I had a drunk injury this weekend. It was bad, and I'll explain coming up in a second. Shannon with probably one of the greatest stories you'll hear all day today, and we'll title it, I Had a Dream. Second date update, why are you not getting a call back? And Find the Fob, all coming up this hour on this show. So your chance to listen and win a brand new car, a brand new Chevy from Moran Automotive coming up here this hour in 25 minutes. Right now, it is time to announce Mojo Gives You a Baby, an annual tradition that we do just before Mother's Day so that we can make you a mom and we can help your expanding family. We want to be able to help alleviate some of the costs that IVF might bring. If you're somebody that has struggled to have a child, IVF Michigan and the Ohio Fertility Centers and Dr. Shama and the entire crew are with us again to give you a chance to win. We're going to pick 3 winners. Mojo Gives You a Baby, just like we've done in years past, where all you have to do is enter to win to try to become, I guess, maybe one of the, I don't know how many babies we have now. We got too many babies,
Well,
don't
okay,
we?
so
We have a lot of them.
I had to think about this for a second. We started doing the contest in 2013 because I was having Lucy when our first baby, his name was Camden,
Yes.
was born in 2014. So this is our 22nd year
It's wild.
of doing this. Is that right? Does that sound right to you?
I you know what? I think that
2014, 20, yeah.
it could be. Yeah.
Wait.
Or maybe it's no,
do that
20,
math
not
You said
22nd year.
2014 and you said 22nd year.
No, it's not
Oh my
22nd
God.
year.
You guys, what the hell?
2014 is 12 or 15 or something like that.
If we were good at maths, we
But
wouldn't
we
just
had-
on the
Not at
radio.
me. What math did I
But we've
just
had
do?
lots of
Holy
multiples.
Spit.
Kind of math I did on the ACTs.
We've had lots of multiples that have been born by people. We've also given away, 3 families every single year. Mojo Gives You a Baby.
12.
Go enter right now. Submit your entry at mojointhemorning.com and tell us why you want to be the winner this year. And we'll get you in here and we'll have Dr. Shama award you. I will say this to you, that if anybody can do it, he can do it. And Dr. Shama every year just amazes us with putting joy on a lot of people's faces.
He is so passionate about the work that he does, and everybody that I've ever sent Dr. Shama's way says that exact same thing without me saying it first. Like he loves the work he does. He is just so dedicated to making people parents, he's a great guy.
He's a great guy. His staff is great. They treat you awesome. So again, mojointhemorning.com. And if you know somebody that has been struggling, a lot of times people won't even talk about it because they're so embarrassed about the fact that they feel like that's something that is that they're less than, and I don't understand
something's wrong
why
with
that is,
them.
because we're seeing it more and more these days, and I think that it's good that the community come together and just say, hey, we're going to support you, and hey, I don't know if you heard Mojo in the morning talking about this today. So more on that coming up here in just a little bit. It's Mojo in the Morning show. This weekend was Dad's Weekend in East Lansing. This was my second Dad's Weekend that I've been to. Last year, I thought it couldn't get any worse than that one.
What happened last year?
Last year, we all got drunk. We do not know how to control ourselves because we think that we as men can keep up with our fraternity sons and we can drink like they drink. We don't understand. They do this 5 to 6 days, if not 7 days a week. And we usually maybe go out and have drinks like once a week.
Is there so much peer pressure from the sons to the dads?
It's not even so much that. It's the dads wanting to relive either what they didn't get to experience, like me, because I didn't go to a college like Michigan State, or they're reliving their college life. Like I met so many great dads this year. Actually, I expanded the roster of the Theta Chi dads. It could be honestly the greatest group of guys. And I will say this to Michigan State, and I know that Theta Chi's kind of got its they've had their share of fun on campus. Those kids are great kids, and they're all going to be graduating from that school and doing that school proud with the things that they do, because they're all high achievers, especially when it comes to drinking. And I got so drunk, and I'm going to tell you my story here. And then when I tell my story, I want you to share yours. I want to hear the worst drunk injury you ever got, because later this morning or maybe early afternoon, I'm hoping that Lauren or somebody over at Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons can get me in to get an x-ray or an MRI, because I literally fell on the stairs outside of Harper's, the bar there, and I missed, I think, stair number 3 and fell down 8+ flights or stairs down the thing and tumbled down. Or actually not tumbled, slid on my back. So I did it was like a luge, like a bobsled. sliding down the thing. And Luke said it was the most amazing thing ever because he was right in front of me. So he kind of ran out. And I was trying to keep up with him because he was like running fast. Like, hey, let's get back to the hotel. Like he wanted to go back to where I was staying at the hotel and then charge his phone and get ready for the later part of the night. I missed a step. I couldn't feel my feet. And I slid all the way down and tumbled all the way down to the point that I was on my back. And then I screwed up something in my left shoulder here right now.
Stop it. These are the front stairs, right?
Yes. I put a picture in our prep for you guys so you could see the stairs because I went and took a picture of the scene of the crime.
Dude, just so you are aware too, and obviously you can't see this unless you're watching the live stream, you have not moved your left arm very much at all. And for most of the show, you've had a huge ice pack on that shoulder.
So I Googled it, just like Harper's, because I've never been there. And I know this happens all the time because they have the yellow and black caution tape on the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
This must happen all the time.
The funniest part of the whole thing was, as I'm falling down the stairs, what is up with your kids laughing at you? Lydia, I'm going to give you Luke's number. I hope he'll answer the phone. But he better answer after the weekend that I did for him. What is up with when you fall down as a parent, your children will laugh at you. They just sit there and they're laughing hysterically. And at first I think he was kind of concerned, worried that I, might have been dead. And then when he saw that I popped up like a gymnast,
okay, well that's
looking for my 10.0, he starts cracking up laughing. And I'm going to tell you guys, it was pure adrenaline and embarrassment that happened because I literally can't pop up right now.
What does your
slow.
back look like? Is it just, do you look like you got beaten?
I can't show you the full thing because it runs down my butt crack.
Stop.
But can you see this?
Holy God.
Wait.
I did not expect that. Oh my God.
Hold on.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's my back.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Oh
my
my
back.
God.
Really bad.
That's my back right there.
I would go to the doctor for that.
Where's the camera?
I think you should
Holy
go to the
God. That actually makes me
hospital.
want to cry. That looks like it.
Let me get my butt crack out of there.
Oh my
gosh.
Can you see that? That's it.
How are you sitting?
What-
Doesn't that hurt?
It's tough. I'm like riding a horse, basically, trying to keep my legs spread out.
Are you on drugs? Because if I
No,
had that, I would have to
Motrin.
be on drugs.
Motrin. Dr. Warner, I called Dr. Warner up, and Dr. Warner's like, you may need pain pills. I go, I can't do it. I can't put any more chemicals in this body after the chemicals I put in on Saturday night.
That's like propofol level injury.
Is it? It's the weirdest
That's
part.
massive.
The weirdest part is with my arm. This is about as high as I can go, unless I go, oh my God, and try to stretch it. But this back hurts me like really bad. Here's okay. The first funniest thing was me popping up like a gymnast and Luke laughing. The second funniest thing was when somebody screamed out, "Top Dog Law!"
Oh, no.
Okay. That is hysterical.
Which I then corrected them and said, David Femininio. So, oh my God.
That's actually horrific.
It was bad. Oh yeah, it was not good.
That's
So-
not even like your entire back is purple.
It's bad. Yeah, it's really bad. It's not good. And it hurts. So I got to hold on. I got my ice pack over here.
Dude,
Put this
think about
over.
this for a second. Aside from your heart surgery, because that was obviously, if you have to have surgery for this, you had to have surgery because you screwed up changing a tire. And you might have to have surgery again because you fell downstairs because you were too drunk.
Oh my God, I know.
These are epic stories.
I'm not aging gracefully. This is not good. I'm going to put that on my back.
That's so bad.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I was not expecting that. I'm going to be real honest. I thought you were going to be like,
you got sympathy for me?
A little bit.
I hope you do. I think I'm not a doctor, but I think that I tore a rotator cuff or something.
Is it
I think there's something in my shoulder.
Is it your full butt cheek too?
It is no, it's kind of like right on the son of a bitch. I just dropped it. It started off as just a little thing and then now it's spread
spreading.
out. Yeah. So I just hope that I'm not like
Is your
dying
hip
internally.
Check that out.
Yeah,
too.
your pelvis.
Yeah. I hope if I'm dying internally, I love everybody. I love my wife. I love my kids. And Luke, I will tell you that place better be called Mojo's instead of Harper's because I'm suing and I hope my family's suing. Is there a way I can get somebody at Harper's to get me the video of that?
Please. Oh my
I want to know.
Please.
Oh. All right, I want to know your worst drunk injury. Danny, what's going on? It's Mojo in the morning. Hi.
Hi.
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good
Good morning, Danny. What's your worst drunk injury?
It was kind of like yours, but I was at a bar and I was leaving the bar and they had just like a little step that I didn't even notice. So I completely missed it. I did a somersault. It was summer. I scraped my knee. I scraped my elbow. It was bleeding all over, and I even fractured my pinky.
Oh my God! And this is what were you drinking, by the way? What was the was it tequila?
Oh heavens no! Probably Tito's and Miller Lite.
Combining them together, you probably the worst hangover too.
What were you drinking, by the way?
I was drinking lots of bourbon. I ended up bringing a bunch of booze up for the dads, and I think I had way too much. I didn't drink one drink, I don't think, at Harper's because I drank so much at the
frat house.
At the frat house, yeah. Melissa, hi. What was your drunk injury?
Hi. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
My drunk injury was with my husband. We were at my sister's house just having like a normal barbecue with family. And of course, I decided to mix Miller Lite and Tito's as well.
Is this a thing?
Ew.
I don't know. I wanted vodka, but then I like beer.
Yeah.
So I thought I was like a gymnast and a cheerleader and then a wrestler. So I decided, we're going to wrestle. And I went to punch him and I literally like hit steel. And he's not even that buff. It just happened. And I instantly started crying. They were all like, get up, you're drunk, you're dumb, screaming at me. I cried myself to sleep. The next morning we drove to Grand Rapids. I had to go to the ER. I fractured my hand in 2 different spots. I had to go to physical therapy for 6 months.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you tell the doctors, like when I go to Michigan orthopedic surgeons today, do I tell them that I just slipped and fell on the ground?
Late. They know.
I would because I told them the truth, and then they were like, "Is there abuse in your house?"
Oh my
And I'm
God.
like, no, not at all. I was drunk and dumb.
Oh, jeez. I'll never drink like this ever again. Famous last words. Paige, you dislocated and broke your knee? You can break a knee?
Yeah, well, it was my kneecap.
Oh, my
but
God.
yes, I was dancing at a bar, and I, like, jumped and twisted, and I instantly felt my kneecap go to the side, and I had to have they turned the lights on at the bar, the EMS came in with a stretcher, and turns out I needed surgery afterwards.
Oh.
Let me guess.
That's my drunk story.
You were drinking Tito's and Miller Lite. Voice this guy, C. What did you do, C?
On my 21st birthday, I hit my bumper with my face. I slipped on the grass.
Okay.
I got a concussion.
Yeah. Why were you by your bumper? Explain to me what you were doing next to your bumper.
I got out of the car and I went to go run in the house, but like the drunk run, where your body's in front of you.
Yeah.
Yes. Right into the bumper.
Oh my!
Ouch!
So you hit your bumper with your face. You had to go and get surgery.
No surgery, concussion. Oh yeah.
How'd your teeth last? Were they okay?
Good. They were fine.
You got lucky. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I honestly feel blessed that I didn't hit my head because you hear people die from head injuries.
I mean, remember when I was drunk scootering in downtown Detroit and flipped over the scooter bars, and I was worried about my teeth, and I had screwed up my face so bad.
I honestly, I'm happy that you can't visually see it, but can you imagine if I landed on my face and my face looked like my back looks right now? Like that
is bad.
Like that is horrible. Like I literally wonder, and I'm gonna have to see if they'll let me know this. Can you break your ass? Like,
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
Or your tailbone.
Yes.
You can break your tailbone.
And breaking your pelvis is super dangerous. Super dangerous.
Really?
Yes.
Do you feel okay? Like, do your hips feel okay?
My hips feel fine. Honestly, it's just the war wound of going down the steps.
People are demanding to see it again on Facebook Live.
Yeah, but you got to give them like a prep because I feel like everybody hearing this right now is going to log into our Facebook Live, but they
All right,
want.
I'll give you a
see
second.
It.
I want to see if Luke. I wonder if Luke will answer. He yesterday, he was sending me. He said that I was so drunk at one point. I said something really kind of goofy to a listener that came up and talked.
That's my biggest fear about getting like drunk in public.
If you were that listener, please call us.
Luke.
Has been forwarded to voicemail. The person.
Luke, he's not answering. He won't answer my call. He said that a listener walked up and asked to take pictures. He said I was taking pictures, which I do not remember taking pictures with anybody at the end of the night. I only took pictures with people, I think, at Luau Louie's or whatever the hell the place was called.
Louise is such a college bar name.
And the person that I took a picture with at the end of the night, one of the kids from Luke's fraternity, because they're from different areas, like the kid was from Buffalo or something.
Yeah.
He goes, this is really wild that everybody knows who you are. And he said, that's kind of wild. They come up and just ask you for pictures. And I go, just part of the game, kid.
Stop it. You ever get tagged in those and then see yourself and you're like, oh, wow. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Mojo, it's so bad.
See my butt crack?
We did see some butt crack, but yep. Oh, yeah.
So bad.
God. I know.
Chelsea made me promise not to show my butt crack.
It's so bad, Mojo.
Honestly, your butt crack blends in with the bruise.
Yeah, you
It's
kind
hard
of
to
can't
see.
see it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is bad.
See that? I came into work today.
Oh, my God, Mojo. It's so bad.
Tony, he's here.
And I came into work today, and you guys, know.
I'm more worried about your shoulder, but that's bad.
I don't know how
you're
you're
not
sitting
using
in your
hand.
bike
That's what I said, Lydia.
You don't know how I'm what?
How you're
in your
sitting.
bicycle seat.
Because honestly, my ass crack, first off, I have no ass. That's one thing. So there is no ass.
Not Bianca zooming in on your butt.
She is?
She did.
Hold on.
She totally just, there's like, by the way, as soon as you said I'm going to show my butt on Facebook, our number skyrocketed and then she zoomed in.
Bianca, can you do a super slow motion and have me go, ow, like that?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
It's so bad.
It does. I know. So Michigan orthopedic surgeons, MI ortho. I need to get in today. I need to figure this out. I need to figure out what's going on.
Now.
Yes. And David Femininio. Chelsea goes, you can't sue. I said, I'm not going to sue for anything other than I want that place to be called Mojo's Harper's. I don't even want money. I just want the name of the place to change.
Like Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Exactly.
Mojo's Harper.
Or name the stairs after me. Like give me the Memorial Stairs or something.
Not Memorial. You're still here.
I may not after you saw that back. I don't know.
Mojo's butt cheek.
Yeah, I want my picture next to those stairs saying, "Be careful where you step," and it'd be a picture of my back. Oh my God! All right, Mojo in the Morning Show. We ready for second date update? Here we go.
It's the second date update on Mojo in the Morning.
All right, why are you not getting a call back after you went on a date? We're gonna find out. For Lauren here, Lauren, how did you guys meet?
Hi. Yeah, we met on Instagram.
Okay, and then went out on a date with each other, or were you guys talking for a while?
Yeah, we talked for a while, and then we just went out to dinner. We met downtown.
That's cool. You like the guy, you think he's cute, and now he's not calling you back and you want to know what's going on. Does that happen a lot? I hear more and more from, friends and stuff that, are out dating that it's like guys aren't calling back after one date all the time.
Yeah, I've been ghosted before. It sucks every time, but usually I honestly just don't really care about the guy because he kind of was giving red flags. But with CJ, I don't know. I felt really good about it, and I actually really like him, and I feel like there's potential for a future. So yeah, I wanted to see.
All right, we're gonna find out what's going on. CJ's on the phone with us right now. Hey, will you say hello to Lauren?
Hello.
Hi.
CJ, you could hear us talking. Lauren obviously had fun with you enough to think that you were going to call her back. Everything okay with you?
Yeah, everything's cool. She's very pretty, and the date was very good.
But.
So, I found out she was a virgin and waiting till marriage, which, I do respect. And I didn't tell her it was an issue to her face, but it really is for me.
Okay, why is that an issue for you?
I mean, I'm not like that. And, I frankly like to be intimate with the people I'm with.
So you found out that she is a virgin, And
yeah.
What makes you think, though, that you guys couldn't have a relationship and who knows what can happen? Lauren, did you talk about not having sex or waiting to have sex?
Yeah, we talked about it. He asked me a few questions about it, and I answered them. I'm not like ashamed. It's my choice, and that's what I choose. But like, he seemed okay with it, and it's not that big of a deal, really.
I mean,
It's just, like,
I
part of
didn't
who
want.
I am.
Yeah, and I didn't want to make it a big deal while we were on the date, but
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is to
But
me.
it's a
like
big deal
I,
to you.
know,
And it's
Yeah,
it's a big deal to her that she doesn't want to have sex until she gets married.
Yeah, and look, to give you like a phrase, like I want to test drive before I buy.
Jeez, that's probably not the phrase that you should have come up with.
Oh my gosh, that's a terrible phrase.
Yeah.
CJ. Like, I'm not something that you buy. I'm a person, and I was hoping to like kind of have a relationship with you. I mean, we could see where it goes. We wouldn't be having sex really early on anyway. So like,
but maybe he
why
would.
wouldn't we just see?
Maybe he would.
I don't know. I didn't get that vibe from CJ.
Yeah.
What?
But you gotta know,
CJ, I thought you wanted to kind of see where things went. I thought you cared about personality and all the other things that build a foundation of a relationship. You seem like a stand-up guy, CJ. I think that you want something a little more serious.
I am a stand-up guy. I just think it's important to explore physically and see if you vibe early on, and if not,
But we can
that's
vibe
going to be
in
an
other
issue.
ways. CJ, like we already vibe in other ways. Like I promise you, even just like you having your hand on my back, like walking me out, like it felt great to me.
I don't think you're going to change his mind.
No,
Lauren.
And nor do I think you need to.
No.
Correct.
No, this is a big thing. It is
Yeah.
a big difference, and that is okay.
I don't know
also
why I'm
think-
always. Why am I always put aside because of this one thing about my life? Like, why can't I just
Does this
be
happen a
liked
lot?
for who I am? Yeah, this happens all the time. But usually it's with guys that I would expect, and I just feel like this is the one chance that I have to actually have a nice relationship. So I don't know why this one too is gonna just fall. Like,
I'm sorry.
whatever.
Listen, Lauren, I got to tell you something. I don't know you, but you are somebody that is a human. You're worth more than having this be something that you are, having to worry about. But I get it. I get if this is something that always comes up whenever you talk about being a virgin and wanting to.
And I think it's
to save
incredibly
yourself.
commendable, by the way. And you will
Thank you.
eventually find the person that has that same mindset and that is of value to them and that is important to them. And it's obviously not him.
Hey, Caitlin wants to make a comment. What's up, Caitlin?
I think neither of them are wrong. They are both entitled to how they feel. If she wants to do that, great for her. If he wants, because I feel like a relationship is 50-50. Part of it's emotional and part of it is physical.
Yeah.
So if he's not wrong either, but she is entitled to how she feels too.
Do you think that, because a lot of people are texting the same thing, he just wanted to have sex and wanted to hook up?
No, I don't think that's fair
He
either.
very well could have just wanted that.
But I don't
You
think
don't
that's
think so?
fair. But if somebody tells you I'm saving myself till marriage, that doesn't mean, oh, I just wanted to hook up. It could have been, I wanted to hook up with you 3 months from now, but that's not going to be an option. Like you set a premise when you say I'm waiting till marriage of a standard, which is fine. And that is your choice to do. But it will eliminate some prospective daters. What I didn't like is, quite frankly, I think she's the one being mean towards him, saying, I thought you were a stand-up guy. You can be a stand-up guy and have sex with people before you're married.
Well, I think she's
because
kind of
it doesn't fit your standards doesn't mean that he's not a stand-up guy. And I also think that it's fine for him to say, I'm over it. I don't want to pursue this with you.
Yeah. I think she.
All guys though.
This is a lot of
All
guys.
I mean, it is. I mean, it
you
is.
can build physical intimacy in ways that aren't like straight up intercourse. You can build that, and then once you are married, and it's just one thing. It would be that extra step of commitment. That's all I'm asking.
It's a big thing, and look, I'm not just looking to hook up. I want a relationship, but a big part of a relationship is that physical connection. So,
Hold on. Kelly wants to say something to Lauren. What's that, Kelly?
Hi. I just wanted to tell her to just
stay true to your faith. I don't think either one of them is wrong. He should have told her afterwards, I respect your decision, but I am an intimate person. I do like to have sex or whatnot. God is going to send you that person. It's going to be a lot of people because we're in a society where a lot of people are hooking up. They are having sex even if they want a meaningful relationship. But keep praying on it. God will send that person that will wait with you. And you don't have to compromise nothing.
Theo hung up the phone. So I'm going to go to Mike. Mike, you there?
Yeah, hey, how you doing today?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
I was just letting you guys know that I condemn what she's doing. I think it's great. I'm a reborn virgin myself, so
did you say I condemn what she's doing or commend what? What did he say?
I think he meant to say comment.
Oh, okay. Because I was saying I condemn what she's doing.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a reborn virgin myself, so tell her stay strong. She's gonna find an amazing guy.
What made you decide to become a born again virgin there, Mike?
Honestly, just growing up and honestly realizing that I want to be with one woman for the rest of my life, and I just want to wait for her.
Okay, all right. So no itchies and scratchies.
No, none of that.
All right, we're happy that. A lot of people text in saying that they are supporting CJ for coming right out and saying this is what I want. Toya, are you supporting CJ, or do you think that Lauren has every right to be upset?
I think Lauren has a right to be upset. However, I don't think CJ is wrong. But this is my thing. Why can't we be grown adults? CJ, if that's how you feel, tell her. Like, why are you ghosting her? Like, we're not 16 in high school. We adults. Come on.
Do you think
Just be like, hey, I enjoyed the date, but this is where I stand, and let that be that. And Lauren, girl, do not get worked up over nobody who don't want to be with you, girl. He don't deserve that pee anyway after this point.
Especially something that is so very foundationally important to you and who you are and the kind of relationship that you want to have.
I kind of understand the ghosting, though, because I'm guessing a lot of this is rooted in religion. And it's very hard to say, I don't agree with your religion to people.
Wait, Lauren, is it religion or is it just you don't want to have sex?
Well, I grew up Christian, but it's mostly about just wanting that commitment and wanting to know that the person that I give myself to and give my life to is someone that I really love, because if we really love each other, then that physical part is just going to come. It's about learning each other. It's about learning with each other. And, I'm up to do that with whoever I love. That is the person that I want to learn how to satisfy you. I want to learn how to do what you like and have you do the same for me. So I feel like I'm a very sex-positive person, but it's like I just want that commitment where we're going to be in this together and we're going to go through it together and learn together. So it's like but it's also kind of just about having that commitment.
Lauren, stay strong. CJ, thanks for at least taking our call and giving her your honest answers. And there's going to be more opportunity for both of you guys to find somebody that is exactly what you're looking for, okay?
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
You're right.
Bye.
This is the home of the dirty on the 30. Throwback Throwdown. Second date update. And War of the Roses. This is Mojo in the Morning.
I think I'm going to be born again virgining. This honestly, this might be the best thing that's ever happened to my wife, because this injury that I have has made me not think about sex at all for a while, for at least a couple of days. All right, it's time for you to win right now. 844 Mojo Live. A brand new car could be yours from Gordon. I'm sorry. I did that last week too.
Moran Automotive.
You know why? Because I have my loyalty to Gordon, but I love Brian Moran for advertising. They're both good. They're both good people. But I know that you're a customer of Moran Automotive. Yes. It's a very awkward moment, and I'm not even on pain pills, and I said that. But I'll stand strong. I need pain pills. 844 Mojo Live. Find the fob at Moran Automotive, Moran Chevrolet on Gratiot Road. Call now, 844 Mojo Live. Tyler, what's up?
That a second date update. I went to a private Catholic school, and we had girls at just the other end. They were fine with it. They kept their commitment.
Really? That's.
I mean,
Wait, what?
Why did you say just the other end?
Well, there's a couple other holes that.
Tyler, you went to Catholic school. You are not the pride of that Catholic school right now for calling that comment into this radio show. I want you right now to go to confession. This is Holy Week, my friend.
I know somebody who lost their virginity in a confessional.
Yeah, really?
True story.
Ugh.
Catholic high school in Toledo.
Tyler, you better go to confession before this weekend.
Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
All right, what's going on in the Dirty on the 30? There's Shannon.
Masters. Everybody's talking about the Masters. It was 35-year-old Rory McIlroy who took home that green jacket in the final round of the 89th Masters at Augusta National Golf Club yesterday to defeat Justin Rose.
The long journey is over. McIlroy has his masterpiece.
Have they ever had a sudden death playoff like that?
Oh, yeah.
They have?
Oh, they've had him go longer than just that one hole.
Have you never seen Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, I have.
It was sudden death.
I guess I just thought that was made up. I don't know. I do not play golf once again. But he now becomes only the 6th golfer to complete what's called the career Grand Slam. So he's won all 4 major championships in the Masters era. Tiger Woods also a part of that club.
Last but certainly not least, over to my left, my family, my team.
I was his family and he teared up when talking about his team.
Yeah, right?
No, I think he's calling them his team.
On this journey with me, the whole way through. They know the burden that I've carried to, come here every year and try again. And the one thing I would say to my daughter Poppy that's sitting over there, never give up on your dreams. Never ever give up on your dreams.
Yeah, it was cute. That was good. He's kind of a dick, though.
Is he?
Yeah, I saw that Bryson DeChambeau said that he wouldn't talk to him at all during the round, which a lot of people were like, well, you're competing against each other, you're going to do it. But I didn't like how he doesn't acknowledge the fans. Like, the fans were cheering his name and doing all stuff. And I saw a lot of the other golfers, including Rose, who he was tied with at the end, high-fiving and slapping hands of these fans that are there.
He just stays focused.
He just kind of like he's I don't know. But there's something about Irish people, too.
Watch your mouth.
I'm going to say that. People from Ireland.
Watch your mouth.
Awkward-looking human beings.
How dare you?
Very awkward.
How dare you?
They
You're going to see these fists.
Is there?
But that accent,
they have,
man.
Do they have inter-family relations? Because they seem awkward.
You.
Yes.
All right. The man who set the Pennsylvania governor's mansion on fire yesterday morning has been arrested. Police arrested a dude named Cody Ballmer. He's 38 years old, lives near the governor's residence. He torched this home during Passover. Now, Governor Josh Shapiro is Jewish, obviously. He's celebrating Passover. But, I mean, this guy just went right up to his home, hopped over the fence, and ignited it on fire.
Last night, we experienced an attack not just on our family, but on the entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania here at the governor's residence. I want to thank the Pennsylvania State Police for safely evacuating our family, for their bravery last evening, and for their careful leadership of this investigation.
Governor Shapiro and his family were safely evacuated. This guy now facing charges of attempted murder, terrorism, attempted arson, and aggravated assault as well.
We celebrated our faith last night proudly, and in a few hours, we will celebrate our second Seder of Passover again proudly. No one will deter me or my family or any Pennsylvanian from celebrating their faith openly and proudly.
He had like 25 people in his house because they were all celebrating Passover together.
Right.
And they were all sleeping, and thank God it wasn't near where they were sleeping that this guy did this thing.
Yeah, I mean, when I say he hopped to the fence and then evaded state troopers who were there protecting the governor's residence.
How is it that the troopers, were they falling asleep on the job? They didn't see this guy doing that?
I have no idea.
That's scary.
And lastly, a man who has accused Diddy of sexual assault and humiliating him at a party way back in 2015 has now removed Beyonce and Jay-Z's names from his lawsuit. Do you guys remember the story I told you? I think it was the week before last about this guy who said he was drugged, taken to Gloria and Emilio Estofan's home on Star Island, and he was told to wear a crazy outfit and put on a penis mask. And he said Jay-Z and Beyonce were at that party. The couple's lawyer now has evidence that neither of them were present. They have alibis. Diddy's legal team has also obviously denied this man's claims. So that part of the lawsuit has been dropped. And a little side story here while we're talking about Diddy. Did you hear what he's been forced to use as in lieu of money to get what he needs behind bars at Brooklyn's MDC? Packets of mackerel, as in fish.
What?
They call them packs of max.
Oh.
Apparently, he has been forced to trade packets of this oily fish to get whatever he needs while he's behind bars.
Stop.
Mackerel, that's about as good as they want.
Packs of max.
Packs of max. Hey, for all of today's Dirty, you can catch up by checking out the podcast. Search Mojo in the Morning in the free iHeartRadio app.
Celebrity Dirt. Directly from the source. It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
All right, Brittany, you are a winner. Congratulations to you, Brittany.
Woo! Thank you.
We are giving away a car. Our good friends over there, Moran. By the way, you keep sneezing in my direction.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to tell you.
I'm sorry.
I'm sending you back to Toledo. We're going back down to the KISS studios down in Toledo. I never got sick from Meaghan ever. I don't want to get it now. She's back. By the way, she still has it 2 weeks later. We got to get you to a doc.
I'm on all of the prescriptions. I'm on them all. I'm on an actual cough suppressant, everything.
Okay. All right. Congratulations, Brittany. You're in the running for this. May the 2nd, we're going to be at Moran Chevrolet, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much. Hang on the phone for just 1 second so we can get your phone number and all the details to you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Add the Mojo in the Morning show to your presets on our free iHeartRadio app. And never miss a show.
Channel 955.
What is up with this? It just says, ready for this? It says that we're going to be nearing 70 degrees today with a possibility of high winds and rain.
Yes.
But then sun will pop out. Will be nice. It'll feel like a spring day. And then tomorrow we might have snow flurries.
Well, I mean, we're getting down into the mid 30s overnight.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So let's focus on today. 8:43. We are at 49 degrees at the moment. Getting up to 70 today. Cloudy, windy. We're not ruling out a stray shower, but let's just focus on that warm temperature for the moment. Southbound 275. Some slow traffic between 7 Mile and M14 and 96. Another slight delay 75 southbound between the Lodge and 375. That double left lane closure slowing things down pretty significantly at the moment. Eastbound 696 from Orchard Lake to past Franklin Road. And more slow traffic because of that left lane closure. Eastbound 96 between Telegraph and Outer Drive. That's your Channel 955 traffic on the Edge in the Morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by U.S. Waterproofing. Get a better basement with U.S. Waterproofing.
At U.S. Waterproofing, we're not only experts at sealing leaks, we're a complete solution to keep your basement dry. From replacing ineffective gutters and downspouts to raising settled concrete. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com. U.S. Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
Everything seems to grow in spring, and there's nothing better than when those trees and flowers start budding. Well, the one thing you don't want to grow is your electric bill. And that's why DTE has all kinds of helpful tips to help you save money. Like one is changing the air filters on your furnace. Do that every 3 months. You could be saving up to 40% off your energy cost. And other great tips, take away rugs and all those things that are hiding, all your vents. You're pumping air into your home or heat into your home, and it's not being useful to you. Go to DTEenergy.com for helpful tips on how you can lower your energy costs.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
Injured? Call 1-800-CALL-SAM and get Michigan's first family of law. Call Sam.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Now's a great time to stock up on Del Monte canned vegetables. Select varieties are on sale for only $1 each with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Switch to Boost Mobile and get unlimited talk, text, and data for just $25 a month forever. That's right. No price hikes, no contracts. $25 forever. Visit a Boost Mobile store today. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking. An account that's filled with features, but no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Because it's your money, right? So we think you should keep it. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney.
You're about to go through a divorce. You don't even know where to start. So many questions, so many feelings. I get it. Goldman & Associates are the divorce attorneys that I recommend. So they're the biggest family law firm in the state of Michigan, which means they have the ability for all of their attorneys to collaborate with one another and then create a custom strategy that is based on you and the facts of your case. Meet their team, get your questions answered, feel comfortable, and confident with the Goldman lawyers on your side. 248-588-3333 or go to choosegoldman.com.
In-betweens are made for pizza. In between meals, meetings, thoughts, that's pizza time. Stop at Speedway and get 2 hot, delicious slices of pizza and a Mountain Dew 20-ounce for $5 with Speedy Rewards. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 4/29/25. See app for full terms.
Why do so many students trust Grand Valley State University to prepare them for their lives and careers? Because they know personal attention and practical experience are competitive advantages. Grand Valley delivers a big school experience with a small school feel because shared community leads to individual success. Learn more at gvsu.edu.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Experience FHS Living, where luxury meets lifestyle across Michigan. Find your perfect home with exclusive amenities and modern conveniences. Visit FHSliving.com today. FHSliving.com. Luxury lifestyle home.
Attorney advertising. Local counsel, Michigan Auto Law. Pay after dramatization. Past results do not guarantee future results in each case.
Did you see the news the other day? They was talking about accidents. They said every single accident there's been a dog sighting report. They said if you get into an accident and you see the dog, don't go near him, don't pet him, don't talk to him, don't do nothing. Call the police. He bites. Call Top Dog as soon as I seen it. Like I seen you on the news. You see what happened when you go biting everybody? You see what happened? Now your face is everywhere. Everybody know that you Top Dog. That you the one biting these insurance companies. You Top Dog. How you get into all these accidents anyway? Like how you always there? How you always the one that they call? Because you're getting them top dollar. Any accident. Top Dog Law.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
Picture this. You walk into a Tim Hortons and get a warm toasted English muffin or a buttery biscuit layered with fluffy fresh cracked eggs, melty cheese, and savory sausage or bacon. Now imagine that breakfast sandwich for just $3 when you buy any size coffee, hot or cold. Because when you're running on empty, you want a breakfast that does more than just fills you up. So start your morning with Tim's, because you deserve a breakfast that's as good as your day is going to be. Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants. Offer valid only during breakfast hours. Exclusions apply. Additional terms apply.
Ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, great price? And then a few months later, it's like, surprise, your bills doubled. With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. No price hikes, no contracts. Plus, with Boost, you're on America's newest 5G network. Head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super-sized laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
Injured? Everyone knows Call Sam will fight and win for you. Get the Bernstein advantage.
More Mojo in seconds.
Hey, it's Shannon from Mojo in the Morning. Spring has arrived. Summer is on its way. Now is the time to check those ACs and in case of power outages and bad weather, install those generators. I recommend Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. For over 50 years, Family has provided the best service and they never upsell you on anything. So go to familyheating.com and call one of their 3 locations to schedule a free estimate. Family, not just the name of their company, but the way they do business.
This report is sponsored by U.S. Waterproofing. Get a better basement with U.S. Waterproofing.
Cloudy and windy today, not ruling out a stray shower. A high of 70 tomorrow. More clouds and temps down near 50.
At U.S. Waterproofing, we're not only experts at sealing leaks, we're a complete solution to keep your basement dry. From replacing ineffective gutters and downspouts to raising settled concrete. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com. U.S. Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by Gordon Chevrolet.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios with over 50 Metro Detroit locations and just $15 a month.
Thanks for listening to Channel 955 on our free iHeartRadio app and for all of your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit autolaw.com.
That's autolaw.com.
Spring cleaning. A good reminder that you're a hoarder the rest of the year.
This is Mojo in the Morning.
All right, what we're about to do right now on the radio is going to be my favorite thing that we're going to talk about all day. And you'll find out why in just a second. But I want you to listen up. This is one of those ones where it's like, hey, look up here, right up here.
1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
That's it. In you specifically, because this is something that you had happen over the weekend. And I think that this is a truly beautiful situation. What happened?
Back in January, Lucy's 5th grade class had an assignment for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. They learned about his I Had a Dream speech. And so their assignment was they had to write a paper, an I Had a Dream paper about something that they wished for in their own lives. And so Luce wrote about her family. And very specifically, she wrote about how she had a dream that both sides of her family, mom's side and dad's side, could get together for a dinner and engage with one another. Ugh. And it was one of those things where I took it out of her backpack and read it. And I just thought, okay, we need to make this happen because we don't really do that anymore. Unfortunately.
After the divorce and after everything that happened.
So for her little heart to want that and write a paper about it was a really, really big deal. And so I knew that we needed to make it happen. And so myself and her dad and stepmom, stepdad all decided that we were going to make her dream come true. And on Saturday night, in celebration of her birthday, we all got together with the grandparents. Everybody was there. And we surprised her, and everybody did a dinner together.
Oh, she did not know that this was going to happen.
She had no idea that this was happening. We've been planning this for about a month, that we were all going to get together and do this. And that little girl walked into that restaurant, and the surprise on her face when she saw everybody on both sides of her family together was, I'll never forget it.
Wow.
I'll never forget it. Yeah.
It seems so easy, but sometimes, in circumstances like this, it's not easy. Doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And it probably has made you and Lucy's dad, who are great people. Both you guys are great people, and you guys do a great job, co-parenting your kids. But it probably made you guys realize, the kids notice. They notice that we don't do this.
Yeah.
And I commend both of you. I commend, obviously, the step-parents and grandparents and cousins for all being there, but mainly you two guys, because you two guys have to be the driving force of something like this.
Yeah.
And that's what's funny is you and I have talked over the last weeks about this. And actually, the letter, when you read the letter to me, I said to you, I go, because you saw it, I said, you got to send this, Andrew's way.
Yeah.
Because I think that he's an amazing guy, an amazing dad. And I think that anybody that reads that thing realizes, and you're a child of divorce, a lot of times you probably didn't speak out what you really wanted to have happen, right?
For sure. And we always want to make sure that she feels like her feelings are valid and she feels heard. And to see her so freaking happy.
That's cool.
And she's a happy kid anyway, but this was really, really a cool moment for everybody who was there.
It had to be fun for her, but it had to be also fun for Smith, and it had to be fun for, were cousins there and stuff too? So Smith,
some cousins were there too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's interesting because of, divorce affects so many people, but who it truly affects the most are the kids, no matter what age they are. Luke has friends of his whose parents got divorced later in their life, and those guys are equally as affected. Like when you start seeing, like the parents' weekends and things like that, where the kids have to go to separate parent weekend things in college because the parents can't put their battles aside and say, this is not about us, this is about them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I sit there and I think to myself, I'm like, I just don't understand why people are like that. You know what I mean? Like, and this is good. Hopefully this is a good situation for you guys all through the future, because this is important. It's important to your kids.
As soon as you realize like how important it was to Luce, everybody was like, "Yep, we're doing it." That's no question.
I almost kind of want to do a tell me something good. I know, but not tell me something good. I want to ask you guys a question. Has your situation in your family life ever come to an I had a dream paper where something brought you guys together and said, all right, we got to stop our battles because the kids are seeing the battles?
Yeah.
844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548 is the telephone number. I would like to think that if my wife and I were not together, that we would both be rational enough. But, pettiness plays a part in things. And I've said to Chelsea numerous times, like actually Chelsea said this more so than me, she says that she would hope that if anything, we could still be friends if we ever did, end up divorced, and we almost did a couple of times. And I told her, absolutely. And I would hope that you would be friends with my 26-year-old new wife.
I knew. I was just waiting for that.
I have a similar thing, though, to Shannon.
Yeah.
I remember, and I obviously don't have a relationship with my mother, but I was invited to my cousin's wedding. And so this is my mom's sister's daughter, right? So this is my mom's side of the family. And not only was I invited, but so was my dad and my brother. And the three of us went to this wedding down in Kentucky and got to spend time with family that we had not seen in a very long time and reconnected. And now I see the entire side, my mother's entire side of the family regularly.
Well, they love your dad. They know your dad's the same guy, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. And they talk to him all of the time. It's been great. Cool. It's been really great.
And it's got to feel comforting for you because, I know that it hasn't been a great, time with all the circumstances. So
it's just nice not to lose those side relationships that had nothing to do with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Initial L would like to be voice disguised. What's up, L?
Hi, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
What's going on?
I was just so touched by Lucy's letter. it was always my dream to have my dad and my stepdad walking down the aisle. But unfortunately, they just don't get along. So I ended up having to elope. But now the only way I can get my entire blended family together is through my son.
Wow.
The only way I can get them all in one room without fighting.
So here's a question. Somebody's calling. Oh, I'm getting a call from my Michigan orthopedic people.
Oh, no.
Here, hold on a second. Hold on. Stay there for 1 second because I got a comment to make. Hi, how are you?
Yes, hi. This is Danny with Michigan Orthopedic.
I mean, they don't mess around.
Danny, hi. Can I call you right? Can I call you right back? Is it okay if I call you right back?
Tell him why.
Yeah, could you call me in 10 minutes? Thank you. I appreciate it. By the way, this is the great response time you get. Thank you guys. So
You turn your microphone off.
Turn your mic
Gotta
off.
turn your microphone back on.
thank you. Thanks. That was a nice one. That's Michigan Orthopedic.
Look at that.
M-I or okay, real quick. So back to you.
Did you stop selling because you didn't know how to spell orthopedic?
Yeah, no, I know that. I know the website. Are you're there still, Elle?
Yes.
Sorry about that. Here you are. Here you are. You're a grown woman, right? And you all you want to have is two grown human beings to do this for you, and they won't even do it for your day.
That's really tough.
Is it dad that's more so upset, or stepdad?
Well, my stepdad raised me. My dad, for lack of better words, abandoned me.
Wow.
And, but, in my 20s, I sought out to kind of reconnect with him, and we've had a great connection. And
good.
I just really had this beautiful vision of both of them walking me down the aisle. But for my stepdad, it was just asking for too much, which I understand.
Because I'm sure that this is the case. He probably feels like, hey, I did all the work, and this guy is going to get the glory. I understand.
Yeah. I understand that too.
Yeah.
I hear that time and time again when people are getting married, and I think it's just because it's tradition that it's your dad. But in your case, as is the case for a lot of people, there's somebody else that stepped in and filled that role. It was your stepdad, or in some cases, it's a mom, and you let that person shine in that moment.
Hey, what's up, Jessica? It's Mojo in the morning.
I was just listening, and I got a little teary-eyed. As a child of divorce, whose parents fought all up and finally got together for my wedding and have been better since then, it got very emotional because that was what I wanted for a child, and I'm so happy that she got that.
Yeah.
Because it definitely affected my adulthood, and I was in therapy for it. So I'm just very happy for her, and that is the dream. Because when they fight, it definitely affects your adulthood.
I'm glad
relationships.
I'm glad you called, and that's why I said this was going to be the most important thing we're going to talk about today, because I think that there's many, Jessica, there's many of you out there right now that are grown adults that say that would have been a dream of yours just to be able to have them for a birthday dinner together. Jennifer, what's up?
Hello. So I'm 55 years old. My parents got divorced when I was 1. They each got remarried. So I have 3 siblings on each side. They have never been in the same room except for the day I got married, which this year will be 15 years. Yay!
Congratulations.
But I don't know that they'll ever be in the same room. I mean, God forbid, unless something happens to me. I don't know that I'll ever have both families in one room again, ever. And it was very important to me that we had a video so that I could have video all over the place so I could have it to keep forever. But, it's hard. I'm the oldest of 7, and the 3 and 3 aren't related at all. So there would be no reason for them to. But for me, for Lucy, for Lucy, it's hard. There was one time I was in Disneyland, and my family lived in California. So we were there, and we were in line, and my siblings didn't even say anything to each other because they had never met each other. Like, one sister was there, and I was there with my Michigan family. So, I mean, it's difficult, and I think that you are doing so amazing for Lucy because, again, that was back 70s, 80s. Now where we are, it's different. And I even know a couple who were divorced and lived across the street from each other because it was easier for the kids.
That's wonderful.
And everybody got along.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to share, because you're right, this is a very important subject, and people don't always think of the kids because they're too involved in thinking in what they're going through. So I just had to call and
That's cool.
share.
Thank you,
Thank
Jennifer.
you.
Okay.
Jared, what's up? Hi.
Hey, man. That's the second time calling.
Oh,
Nice.
second time ever or today?
Ever.
Oh, thank you.
We don't have a thing for second
Nice.
times, but we love it. Let's
That's
go.
true.
Yeah.
Jared's on the phone. What's going on?
Hey, man. When my little man got diagnosed with cancer, it really made us just like that young lady. Made everybody work together as a team.
So you and your little one's mom are divorced?
Yeah.
And so you guys weren't really speaking with each other before your son was diagnosed?
Yeah, we keep it cordial, polite.
Yeah.
We do not bicker in front of the kids. That ain't allowed. And you know what? When that happened, man, if it ain't about parenting and doing good for each other and making the kids smile, something's wrong. Because if them kids come first every day, every day.
Jared, how's your son doing?
We just left the U of M today.
Did you?
So
wow. And do you guys do the visits to the doctors and stuff together?
Yep.
Good for you.
Yep, we do. Yeah. Her man, I tell him, I'm like, yo, dude, I'm picking her up. We're going to, okay, bye. Cool as can be.
Buddy,
good.
Good for
Good for
you
you
and
guys.
good for mom. That's great. And what's your little one's name? We want to pray for him.
It's Cooper Thomas.
Cooper Thomas. We love you, Cooper. You're a fighter, my friend.
I appreciate it.
All right,
have a great day.
Jared, take care of yourself. Hey, keep staying strong and understand that Cooper's going to one day, he's going to look at you guys and he's going to say thank you for this. And a horrible situation like that is turning into a wonderful situation.
And you call us for the
bringing it together.
third time when he rings that bell, okay?
Yes, please.
WKQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations, 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning, live.
All right, Mojo in the Morning Show. Pay your bills in a second here. I'm going to give out a word that's going to win you some money coming up here in a second. First, though, I got to tell you, we only have 15 more seats left for our More Mojo Podcast 2. We're almost sold out. Is that unreal?
Crazy.
We put the seats on sale, put the theater up on sale last week, and May the 16th is going to be here before we know it, but we're almost completely sold out. It's only $25 to get a ticket and be there with us when we do our More Mojo Podcast live. You can be part of the studio audience. So here's the thing. I need you guys to do this. Get those tickets before they're sold out, because once they're gone, they're gone. And all the proceeds benefit Breaking and Entering Christmas Wish. It's going to be a show that we're going to do live that night, and then we're going to post it Facebook Live and all the social media sites, and then we'll put the podcast up there like we did last time.
Lots of Q&A this time around.
Yep.
So it's going to be a little bit different if you were at the very first inaugural Mojo live podcast. And your chance to meet us, take photos. I mean, it's so fun. And again, every single penny of every ticket goes to Breaking and Entering.